Yeah. Better days, I pray for better days. Working hard cause I want extra pay. Talk to them seeds, but you must demonstrate. Is it your ways that they gon' imitate? Non-violent. Sometimes I wish I would've went to college. Frown proudly. Cause where I'm from, they hate you when you smiling. Your faith should be your gun. You can't leave home without it. The children being grown, cause all the parents acting childish. You show them your reality, I bet they doubt it. You tell them all about your dreams, just when they out it. Your own blood. Ain't no family no more. They do you badly for show. You try to patch with your soul, Lord knows you on a mission to show him you so submissive. The prayer said in silence, you know the devil can hear him, pay attention. Know the war's within, how much time do you spend? Try to balance your zen, then again, losses is lessons. You tell me you trying to win, we know about saving money. You tell me you trying to spend that blood on it. Sweat, tears, you put that love on it. Your best years was just a dumb moment. You tired of going hungry, can't deal with fake making your life lonely. Your lack of faith that left your soul boning. But you gon' work and you gon' strive, do what it takes to survive. What is truth, what is a lie? You know that war's inside. Some get draped into the fake, they don't know what to decide. Wrong choice, meet your demise, keep that between you and I. You realize, some people you gon' let go, you visualize. The things you need to feed your soul is on the rise. They not gon' wanna let you go, but it's alright. It's cool to bury what's gon' grow. Went from wrong to the right and to the dark to the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. Gotta hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. From wrong to the right and to the dark from the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. You just hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me. Yeah, I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me.
Don't be stressing on the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. Just keep going and keep your faith, so you can win this race. This race called life, yeah, yeah. This race called life. This race called life, yeah, yeah. Race called life. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm grinding 'cause I know that I'm gon' get it. I just gotta have vision, keep faith and be humble. Have some patience with it. I've been A1 since day one, been always on my job. I never been a fake, never had to steal and rob. Cause I do good business, I'm too good with it. And even though I'm on this road, I'm still daddy to my children. You know I do good with them, and don't like being missing. But I hate when my bills are thicker and my pockets get thinner. But I can't stress upon the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. I keep going and keep my faith and my pace, so I can win this race. Win this race called life. This race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life. This race called life. This race called life, yeah. Race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I keep on running in this race called life, yeah.
Peace, peace. We are in here. We are in here. Mic check 1, 2. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 9 in the chat if you can hear me. Matter of fact, I don't like that number. I am number 1, but the 9s is better. What do we have here today? You know, when I pull up on the Poli-Tricks, I'm usually doing watch videos. I haven't been putting my own politics presentations together for a little bit. I'm going to get back to that here soon. But today we have none other than Sabby Sabs the Great, one of my favorite shows to watch, bringing you the news on Bill Gates. Let me go ahead and share my screen and get her up here so y'all can get a bite of this. And here we go.
Bill Gates has finally issued a response to his appearance in the Epstein files. It's interesting that after all these years, now he wants to say something about it in an interview. He is one of the people that Nancy Mace is requesting to testify. I don't know if you guys saw this. We're calling for Bill Gates to testify under oath on his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein in front of the Oversight Committee. 3 million pages of Epstein documents were just released by the DOJ, and the allegations are sick. If these allegations are false, Bill Gates should have no problem saying so under oath before Congress. And you can see, here's the pictures here. Nobody above the law, not billion.
What are the allegations? I haven't heard any. I want to know what they're accusing this man of. You know, I can assume. But yeah, I want to know what they're accusing him of, who's accusing him, what evidence they have. That would be nice. I hope Sabby gets to that.
Billionaires, not the powerful, nobody. You know, so even with Nancy Mace here, what I noticed about her, she's making it partisan, which many of the politicians in DC are doing. The Epstein files are not partisan, as I've shown you on the show multiple times. And it's interesting, she says no one's above the law, not the billionaires, not nobody, but apparently they are, because these files existed for a long time. And I don't see anybody being locked up or going to jail, you know, et cetera. I mean, Donald Trump's a billionaire. He seems to be above the law. So she's making it partisan. I haven't seen her call for anyone who is on the Republican side to come and testify. And I'm noticing Democrats are doing the same thing. But Bill Gates did issue a response in this interview. You guys have got to hear this.
It's a $100 billion handshake.
How are you? Thank you.
Bill Gates back in Australia, committing his money to medicine. But as we sat down, the world was gripped in the latest round of accusations from the Epstein files.
Yeah, I met Jeffrey in 2011. The focus was always, he knew a lot of very rich people, and he was saying he could get them to give money to global health. You know, in retrospect, that was a dead end, and I was foolish to spend time with him. I was one of many people who regret ever knowing him.
Tonight, the demand for answers include from his former wife.
Those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer to those things, not me.
You've no doubt seen the allegations, including some of them from the last 24 to 48 hours. Are they true?
No, apparently Jeffrey wrote an email to himself. That email was never sent. The email is, false. So I don't know what his thinking was there. It just reminds me, every minute I spent with him, I regret and I, apologize that I did that.
So
he lying.
Let's back up the truck for a second, shall we?
Before she go into it, he lying. His wife left him over this. Look at that man, looking like Mr. Smithers. Crazy. Mr. Burns. Who is that from Simpsons? That's what he looked like. Never trust a man with a tie and a sweater vest. Never.
Bill Gates' wife had an interview with Gayle King a while back. We played it on the show just the other night, where she said that the first time, and apparently it was the last time, that she met Jeffrey Epstein, She said that he was evil personified. That was the feeling that he gave Bill Gates' wife. She met him once. And at that time, Bill and Melinda.
I just want to say that even if nothing illegal happened, the optics are wild on this. You know, when someone as controversial as Epstein is in the picture, just being in the room becomes a problem. So, you know, we got questions, Bill. You know, the public question becomes, why keep meeting someone your own circle reportedly had concerns about, and you keep looking the other way? Like, no, we not buying that. Like, you knew what was going on, bro. And that's why I say the optics on this are wild. Like, how are you gonna backpedal out of this, Bill? Like, I don't think you're gonna be able to. Somebody tag Bill Gates right now. Tag Bill Gates right now. I said I want answers. Like Bill Gates about to come answer my questions. Yeah. Let's get back to Savvy.
Were still married, still together. So let me get this straight, Bill. Your wife says, you know, I'm not fond of this Jeffrey guy. He's evil personified. Oh, makes my skin crawl. Okay. And you proceeded to continue your relationship with him anyway. You know, it's interesting. All the people coming forward now, like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my God. You know, I wish I would have had nothing to do with that guy. But your wife told you he was evil personified. That didn't raise any alarm bells. That didn't make you say, oh, maybe I should not hang out with this guy. He makes my wife uncomfortable. They went on later to get divorced. Wait till you hear this part.
The problem is some of the things that he has sent, some of the information about other people that has come up in those files has been true. Why would he do this and say this about you, do you think?
You know, it's factually true that I was only at dinners. You know, I never went to the island. I never met any women. And so.
Pause. Let's go back. Everybody noticing the talking points? Watch it again.
You know, it's factually true that I was only at dinners. You know, I never went to the island.
I never went to the island. Why does everyone keep saying that? Why does everyone, Donald Trump, everyone that's been questioned about?
Muted? Yeah, I'm muted. They have to say it, Savvy, because they know what it looks like to be in the room with this guy. You're guilty by association, and I never went to the island thing. It's a pattern. Notice a pattern with a lot of high profile figures. I never went. First they were saying they never were on the plane. Now they're saying they never went to the island. That may be true, but Epstein had homes in New York, Palm Beach, New Mexico. So people argue that focusing only on the island feels like a legal talking point more than a full answer, like they're trying to evade the question. So pay attention to that when you see people doing that. And I know it makes me wonder, are we getting technical denials instead of full transparency? So, you know, I'm just trying to keep it trill. Yeah, I'm gonna let Savvy go ahead and get into it.
This Deep Chopra also said, I never went to the island. Why they keep saying that? As if that's the only, you know, residence that Jeffrey Epstein had. As if the abuse only took place on the island. There was Zorro Ranch. Did you go to Zorro Ranch, Bill? Did you go to Palm Beach, Bill? Bill, did you go to his townhouse in New York City?
Yeah, let me pause this again, man. It's wild because this is happening at a time when trust in institutions is at an all-time low already. So government, billionaires, corporations, and media, when they get to lying and trying to cover stuff up, it's very unsettling with the direction that we want America to be going in. And when you see powerful figures like Bill Gates right here give carefully worded answers, people don't just hear the words, they hear what's missing. And that's what he seems to not have figured out along this journey. And maybe he needs a better PR team. I don't know. Let's let Sabby go ahead and finish.
Notice they don't say that. Notice they don't say, I never went to the townhouse. I never went to Zorro Ranch. I never went to Palm Beach. It's just, I never went to the island. And this is the talking point I think that they're probably getting from some of their lawyers. And I think what they're trying to do.
See, that's what I just said. This may be a legal talking point because Epstein had homes in Palm Beach, New York, LA. Like, so just saying I never went to the island, it's like, is it a technical denial? Like, I mean, they're trying to be so technical, it makes me think that they are lying. Nobody even said you went to the island. So why they're just throwing it out there. I'm gonna go ahead and let her cook, man.
Is to make you believe that abuse only took place on that island. Don't forget, Jeffrey Epstein already had a charge from other residences, one of them including Palm Beach, before that island. So you're killing me, Bill. You're killing me. So pay attention to all the people who are saying they never went on the island. I believe that's a trick.
I never met any women. And so, the more that comes out, the more clear it'll be that although the time was a mistake, it had nothing to do with that kind of behavior.
He never met any women, but there's several pictures of Bill Gates in the Epstein files with other women. Now, it doesn't mean he did anything with those women, but it's a difference to say, I didn't do anything sexual to these women, I didn't abuse these women, and you saying, I never met any women. There's literally pictures of you with women, Bill. I see why Melinda had to leave you. I see this. It's just wild to me. These people are blatant liars. Do we really believe that any of these people who are questioned are going to come forward and say, yeah, I was on that island. Yeah, I abuse people. No, they are saying what their lawyers told them to say. Now he goes on.
Let me go ahead and pause this real quick because I want to speak on this again. Melinda Gates has spoken about this in the past, about being disturbed by Epstein after meeting him. So, I did a podcast on this a few years ago when it was fresh, so this adds a whole nother emotional layer to the story. When someone close to you gets a bad feeling and you still remain in contact, that raises personal judgment questions, like, let alone the questions about your colleagues telling you that they had questions and concerns about this man, so that raises personal judgment questions, even if not legal ones. So we have to continue to pay attention to this guy and don't let the sweater vest fool you, and here's why I stay consistent. If we want accountability, it has to be for everybody. Not just for Donald Trump, not just for the orange man. You feel me? You see where I'm going with it? Democrats, Republicans, billionaires, CEOs, and the politicians all need to be held accountable. None of this should get swept under the rug. So I don't like the selective outrage and only trying to focus on the orange man. That's corny. I call y'all Walmart revolutionaries and Team U activists. You can't shout nobody is above the law only when it's the other team. Y'all got to stop doing that. But I digress. Let me go ahead and let Savvy cook.
To say that He believed that Epstein was going to help him get money or give him money towards global health. That's important when we get to another email that came from the Epstein files about Bill Gates. Let's go on a little bit more here.
It comes at a time where trust in institutions is low and demand for charity is high. Donald Trump ending the USAID program, cutting billions and costing lives.
There are already hundreds of thousands of deaths from the money being cut off.
The Gates Foundation stepping in. Already $100 billion has been spent, and now the Microsoft mogul and his friends are pledging to spend roughly $200 billion more before closing the foundation in 20 years.
So I wanted you to see this, that Bill Gates was at the World Economic Forum. Again, like all these rich people going to these conventions, these events to plan our lives for us. And this is really important. There's another email here that came from the Epstein files. Shout out to Parapower for capturing this one. Now, when you look at this email, let's start at the bottom. It is between Jeffrey Epstein at first and Barry Josephson. Barry Josephson is a filmmaker. So Barry says, Jeffrey, how old is she now? Best Barry. You see it there? It says Josephson Entertainment. The response here says 16. Thank you very much. And this is RE. The subject matter is your niece. It goes on to say here, her full name again. Is she in New York for a few weeks? And sorry, please have your office forward me her mom's contact info again. A friend is shooting a feature in New York and I'll try to get her in. That's from Barry. And as you can see, it says forwarded message. So Jeffrey Epstein forwarded this message to whoever this is. This name here is redacted. And the message is still forwarded.
Why are the names redacted?
Your niece. Now, this person replies, whoever they are, because the name is redacted. And I want you to see what this says. Cool. I'm excited. Also, I've been thinking a lot about that question you asked Bill Gates. How do we get rid of poor people as a whole? And I have an answer. Comment regarding that for you. When can I call you today to discuss this? So we don't know who this is, but they are saying he had a conversation with Bill Gates about how can they get rid of poor people. The fuck's that's about?
I have my suspicions. The little hot sauce night.
What do you mean get rid of poor people?
Mum's the word.
Now, some people saw this and they said it could allude to depopulation. Don't know. But what do you mean get rid of poor people? Do you mean like make poor people disappear? Do you mean like make poverty disappear? Because if you mean make poverty disappear, then you would not need to be, you can't be billionaires.
Yeah, and let me go ahead and pause this right quick and get in here because shout out Sabby Sabs for bringing this information out. Because how else would a lot of us know if not for her? So please make sure you go and give her a like, subscribe, and follow her content. She is amazing. She is doing the Lord's work if you believe in that type of thing. So, yeah, I wanted to go in on the Epstein case. This case created a permanent cloud because he had insane access to the global elites. He avoided consequences for years, and he died before facing trial. Like that combination guarantees that he's going to be a legend forever. That, you know, this is always going to be debated. The public is always going to be suspicious of the circumstances of his passing, given the light of how high a profile figure he was and who he was connected to. So I don't know whether every theory is true or not. You know, I can't necessarily say. I'm not out there in the field, but we are going to talk about it. So, you know, don't hold that against me. And I do want to make an important distinction. Allegations, documents, and investigations are real. but online speculation runs way ahead of a lot of the verified facts that we have. So you're going to get crazy stuff when you go to Facebook and Instagram. You're going to hear that Jay-Z was doing this and that. You know what I'm saying? Harvey, you know, you're going to hear a lot. You know, you can't believe everything that you read. And I suggest everybody get the files, read them for yourself. If you don't want to take the time to do it, don't worry about it. We got an episode coming up pretty soon, and we're going to go through them here with you on the Coliseum of Arguments. And we can talk about it and debate how we feel about these things. We could demand transparency without inventing conclusions was some notes that I had taken on another video, but I'm just now remembering that. That's something that we need to remember, because people like to jump to conclusions. They like to speculate. They like to throw all type of sauce on it. And you know, I'm A1. I'm for the sauce, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? Accountability and truth matter more than some viral clickbait titles. That stuff's annoying when you hop out here and see that stuff. You feel me? The real issue isn't just Bill Gates, though. The real issue is this is something that spans from top to bottom in government, left to right, if you are the terms I should probably use, and even higher, the corporations that lobby and fund these people, executives and higher ups in these spaces are involved in this. So that's why the truth has yet to come out, and nobody's been prosecuted other than Maxine Glass, however you say her name, her, you know. The question is, why do powerful networks always seem insulated from the consequences regular people would face instantly? Think about that, because that's what we see here again. You feel me? Yeah. And another thing, I don't ever see this story going away, you know, until we feel like they did a thorough investigation, until they're transparent about it, and until we feel like their responses are unbiased. Everybody's going to be talking about this until the end of time. This isn't just about Jeffrey Epstein. This is about institutions protecting their own, protecting their power. And we're tired of it. You know, I'm tired of feeling like the rules don't apply to the people at the top and they only apply to us. I know I know everybody on this page is as well. So it shouldn't be different strokes for different folks. Like, this is crazy. Kids were involved. This is way over the top. And I'll let Sabby go ahead and finish cooking. I'm sorry about my rant. And it went right to a commercial. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna get the YouTube Red this week.
Okay? Because Bill Gates wants you to believe that it was just about global health. That's the only thing he was talking to Epstein about. Like I said, if you look further, you can see more information in those files. Now, his wife, she issued a response after this latest dump of files here. And I want you to hear what Melinda Gates had to say.
No girl should ever be put in the situation that they were put in by Epstein and whatever was going on with all of the various people around him. No girl. I mean, it's beyond heartbreaking, right? I remember being those ages those girls were. I remember my daughters being those ages, right? So for me, it's personally hard whenever those details come up, right? Because brings back memories of some very, very painful times in my marriage, but I have moved on from that. I purposely pushed it away and I moved on. I'm in a really unexpected, beautiful place in my life. So whatever questions remain there of what I can't even begin to know all of it, those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer to those things, not me.
Whoa, hold on. Let me get back to my screen. I got to pause that. Let me make sure my mic ain't muted. Did you hear that? Did she just try to absolve herself of anything having to do with that? She knows more than she's letting on. I don't trust those little beady eyes. Uh, the smile, a little bit, but not really. Something's going on here. She knows more about it. She's made it clear whatever questions remain about Epstein's connections are for the people involved to answer, and her husband, and not her. That's powerful. That shows there are still unanswered things even inside these inner circles. So pay attention to that. When the people closest to the situation step back like that, we need to read between the lines. I'm gonna go ahead and let Savvy cook.
Zeneb Day. Zeneb says that, remember, Bill abandoned her because she got cancer. That's what kind of man he is. Yeah. So she
shout out nobody, trust and believe the gospel. Mr. No Ducks himself. Hit that link, baby. Pop on that. We up here going over some Poli-Tricks, man.
kind of has to answer for some of these things that Bill Gates did, right? Like people are looking to her, like, how do you feel about all of this, right? You know who else people are looking at? Peter Thiel. In fact, again, all these people are connected. Bill Gates, Jeffrey Epstein, Peter Thiel. These are all rich billionaires. They were all connected. And this is why I say throw the party line aside when it comes, especially when it comes to the Epstein files. Because we know Peter Thiel created J.D. Vance, heavily supported the Trump administration, but we know Bill Gates is a Democrat. But what they all have in common is class. They're all rich. They're freaking loaded. So they can come together on those things. But they don't want poor people, middle class, or what's left of middle class people in this country. They don't want the 99% to come together on the basis of class.
And let me pause this again because, yeah, Sabby is cooking. And I believe we have Mr. No Ducks himself to the stage. How you feeling today, nobody?
What's good with you, bro? I'm feeling good, man. How you doing?
Peace to you. I'm feeling amazing, man. Going over some of this, I was going to go ahead and say about what she just was talking about. This is what makes people uneasy because the people that she was just naming, they're not random names. These are billionaires, tech moguls, political donors, global influencers. And when the same social circles include politicians, financiers, tech leaders, global power brokers, I should say entertainers too, that's when it gets the attention of the black folks. People start wondering if there's an untouchable class operating by a different set of rules. Like this gives credit to all those Illuminati theories and stuff that you hear. You know, this is fueling their fires, you know.
I'm one of those people who they call conspiracy theorists. And now that all this stuff is coming out, it's not no theory no more. It's just conspiracy. And you know, like you're saying, people been saying this stuff forever, man. You know, and people used to just look at them like they was crazy. And for the ones who, you know, was actually thinking how they say thinking for themselves or whatever, it was kind of undeniable. But now to have the evidence for it, for Epstein to be the man behind all of this, to why we see the people the way we see them now, that's even crazy within itself. You know, for him not to be a entertainer or somebody who just that you know,
a more prominent figure,
a prominent figure. You know what I'm saying? And for him to have so much leverage, which they try to make it like now, he was pretty much blackmailing everybody and all this stuff. I disagree. I think he was giving them what they wanted. You know, y'all want to do this? Hey, come over here and do it. And when it was time to take the file, he took the file for him more than once. You know.
several times, in fact.
Yep.
You know, but that's another story. I'm gonna go ahead and let a little bit more of this play. If you hear something, let me know.
Let's go.
Because you see, Peter Thiel, they chased him down. And I don't know what screams guilty more than this. He was confronted. Watch this.
Any comments at all on the Epstein connections? You were meeting with them. People are waking up to what you're doing there, sir. That's why we're here covering this.
See how fast he's walking? Walking away, walking away.
Wow, Peter Thiel was booking it. That man picked up the pace. The second the word Epstein came out, it seemed he started getting a little faster. But stone cold Peter Thiel. Of course, co-founded Palantir with Alex Karp, who is still here. And these are the guys who are setting up the Big Brother surveillance system, essentially to track, trace, and database.
And let me pause this real quick for a second and get in here, because this is where I hope everybody drops these party labels and stops banging for red and blue / Democrat Republican. Like, y'all gang banging for the colonizer. That's essentially what y'all are doing. And as we see, this issue crosses party lines. At the very top, class matters more than politics, and we're gonna see that. And this is what Fred Hampton and them was preaching when they was trying to say it's the 1% versus everybody. You feel me?
Yeah, I've been saying that for years myself.
Yeah, and there's no repercussions for these people. So you will see billionaires fund Democrats and Republicans. We see this happen all the time right in front of our face.
Bro, look at Trump himself. Trump was a Democrat at first. He ran Republican. He didn't care what party he was with. He just wanted to win it. You see what I'm saying? And like you're saying, you see these people when they face to face with each other, Democrats versus Republicans or whatever, they hugging, kissing, shaking hands. You know what I'm saying? Patting each other on the back. A lot of these people are friends. They grew up in the same circle. You know what I'm saying? They both understand that. And like you're saying, people should be looking at the individual more so the policy that they pushing itself than to gang bang with whichever party you want to run with.
Big facts. Big facts.
One more thing. If you notice, there are other parties. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, only the red or blue side win every year. You know, there are other parties who run. You know, but the spotlight is not put on them so much so, or they don't have the funding. They don't have the PAC, those super PACs with those billionaires that's putting money behind the person who's gonna win. They don't have that, even though they could be saying all the stuff that we actually want to hear and actually do the stuff that we want to see. But you know, that's another story. Go ahead, A1. Press play.
Oh, I'm muted. My bad, man. My bad. I'm over here talking, thinking you could hear me.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, pretty much just when scandals hit, it doesn't feel like it's partisan anymore. You know, we see it happening on both sides. And it feels like a protection club, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and let them finish cooking real quick.
It's like
go ahead.
It's like the good cop bad. It's like the good cop bad cop scenario.
Yeah, exactly. And we know when they about to let them off. It's crazy.
Everyone.
Yep.
Not just Americans. You may have heard me say that, but literally everyone. And that's big reason of part of the reason why he is here. There is a lot of heavy kind of tech representation here and military men who are preparing for something. So
again, if you've done nothing wrong, what are you running away for, right? You know, I don't believe what Bill Gates says. You should neither. You should have reasonable doubt. But someone got really smart here, and they actually found a way to take Jeffrey Epstein's Gmail and convert it to Jmail so that you can actually look through his email as if you were him. And it actually does work. There's Jmail for email, Drive for the drive, and of course, Jmail World Photos for video and photos. And just to show you, let's see if we come up here.
Oh, that's
Eve
funny.
to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where
it really does work. And so you can see all of this. Again, you're seeing what they allow you to see. Just keep that in mind now. And then you'll see the list of contacts over here, over to the left panel here. But again, these are all the names they want you to see. So you can click on things here. Cecilia Steen, my dearest Jeffrey, I don't know.
Yeah, hold up. Let me pause that one time because that's wild. Notice how fast powerful people shut down questions about Epstein. They just walk away, no comment. Lawyers talk for him. You know, they polish up their statements. Legally smart, I think so. But public trust smart, absolutely not. Them not speaking up about this actually feels like confirmation. You know what I'm saying? To us, like me and you, who already think this is a cover-up. So
I mean,
I don't know.
If you never put your hand inside the cookie jar, and somebody say, "Hey, one, your hand was inside that cookie jar," you're gonna be quick to say, "No, it wasn't." You ain't gonna be like, "What?" You ain't gonna run away. You know what I'm saying? You don't. I ain't saying don't get a lawyer, but you don't have to go and get a lawyer. Not if you're innocent in that way. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, like you're saying, they're not even saying nothing. They're not making no statements. They're not even nothing. And they, I ain't saying that they forgetting, but we live in the age of the internet now. You know, y'all could control all those TV stations and what was going to be seen and who was going to say what. But now that everybody have a camera and everybody got audio, hey, you know.
And it's crazy because we in a digital age, so we getting all the documents, the leaks, the archive files circulating quick as hell, but none of the information that they're dropping is bringing any clarity to the situation. It's like we getting bits and pieces, redacted documents,
redacted,
a couple pages here, a couple pages there. It's enough to let us know something was going on, but that's it. Like,
Not
are
enough.
they trying to like throw gas on the fire right now?
Ah, man, it's kind of crazy because, like you're saying, that was what another president and a half or almost two presidents to where they could have been released this stuff. It's only being released now, and while it's being released, all the redacted in black ink, crossing out names of victims and stuff like that. Like, what about the people who've been telling this truth for all these years? Y'all didn't cross their name out on the paper, or people having conversations with each other back and forward, and y'all redacting their name, and they guilty. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. You know, but what can you do? You know.
I'm gonna let her go ahead and talk about this email now.
Oh, when you'll get to read this. So see, it's still redacted. So this is what they're allowing you to see. But someone did this, so you guys can look at this yourself. If you go to Margaret Kimberly's tweet there, and be careful doing this as well, because Eric did bring to my attention, you know, does that have any kind of tracer on it or anything like that? But if you go to Margaret Kimberly's tweet here, you'll see she put the links there as well. I have reasonable doubts that Bill Gates is telling the truth there. And for years, it has always bothered me how people especially like in academia. I'm here in Massachusetts. There's a lot of elite universities here, how they just like bow down to Bill Gates. Oh, Bill Gates, the Gates Foundation, and da-da-da. Maybe they should ask Bill Gates what he's doing in Africa. We'll have
like
to get
Oprah.
into that someday.
Yep.
What he's got going on there. Someone made this, and I got to tell you, I can't even production. This exactly.
Yeah, I know you probably know this too, because I know you watch this stuff like I do. People like Bill Gates and people like Oprah and them and stuff, they go over to Africa and they start schools, right? You know, and then they start elementary schools with little kids, you know, and they've been doing it, you know, forever. And I don't see nothing wrong with somebody building a school, especially for a country who may not, you know, for a country that may not have it the same way that it is over here. It looks good outside looking in. But now when you figure out that they got, you know, child sex trafficking rings and Pizzagate and all that, that should kind of make your eyes get a little bug, you know? What you think about that?
Oh, my bad. I'm muted. I'm over here saying that's crazy. Have you seen the TV show Utopia? I think it's on Amazon Prime.
I know about it now. I ain't seen it though.
Where they got the Bill Gates like character.
Okay.
And he's got a whole island where they're like breeding kids over there. So they're like pretty much undocumented. So that way they don't have to steal kids or kidnap kids anymore.
Of course.
They're doing it a whole, I guess that's what the island may be.
Like you said, breeding. Me and my wife was just talking about that. Well, we've been talking about it all week, of course, but we were just talking about it last night, where, you know, you got these nameless, faceless people, you know, and how sick can a pack of people be to where, like you're saying, you having women or whoever to have these children, and you got to wait years until they become of age. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be sick in the head for that long, man, to still proceed and do whatever you do with this child, whether that's you having sex with him yourself and molesting them, or you, you know, giving them out to your friends and your powerful friends and all that stuff, bro. That's like, that's beyond sick, bro. Like, and then of course, I know you heard this, of course, they be drinking their blood and eating their flesh and all kind of stuff like that. I mean, I know that evil exists in the world, of course, and then, you know me, I believe in the Bible, so I definitely believe this stuff is what's happening behind the scenes. But to have the proof of it, man, like, I mean, I don't know, man. If I know some people reading this stuff and they seeing what's being said, but then like, what do they think about stuff like this compared to stuff like what the Bible say about this type of evilness, this type of wickedness that's in the world, man? So I don't know. It kind of make me believe that the devil is real. Even if I wasn't a Christian, I would think, you know, what type of evil is behind this stuff? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And it's like they're giving us a bunch of incomplete answers. Then people are on the internet trying to fill in the blanks, and that's why it's like I had to put this situation down, because it was just so messy and we weren't getting anywhere with it, and it was just stressful, and it'll weigh on your empathy. You know what I'm saying? It drain you. So it is, you know, you can only care about so much in one day, but this is a lot.
I mean, for real. Yeah, that's true though. Yeah.
So, but some of what you see online is reasonable skepticism. You know, some of these people are off the rails, but the root cause is the same. People don't feel like they're getting the full truth from the government, from the powers that be, these institutions that they're supposed to trust. So that's where we're stuck at.
It's like all of them, bro. I mean, it ain't even like it is. It's all of them. It ain't a one that's in the midst who not down with it. You know, and man, it's like,
well, let me go ahead and let her cook real quick. I'm over here looking for the next video to play while we finish this one.
What it is. We'll have to keep it muted because of the music, but watch this. It's just been a whole stage. The world's a stage.
That's it.
You'll see he created, that's supposed to be Jeffrey Epstein there with the cape on. It's all theater, ladies and gents.
Mm.
And again, when you're watching this, just remember, this is what they want you to see. There's Nickelodeon. There's the pizza. Remember the whole Pizzagate thing? All these people that they call conspiracy theorists, you know, we look back on some of the stuff and it's like, man, maybe they weren't crazy after all.
Yeah, you see the Pizzagate stuff coming back up. What were they talking about? And it's like they want to paint you as a tin hat wearing loony for even talking about it. Like,
nah, bro.
Granted, the dude who ran up in that pizza parlor may have been, but like they were censoring anybody talking about it.
You must have read my mind. I was just gonna say that, bro. Like, if you go to my Facebook wall, you'll see me talking about Pizzagate way back in 2013, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you can see some people jump on the post and like, oh, that, you know, that stuff not true, or that stuff is weird. For them to have a pizza parlor on the same strip where you can order, you know, pepperoni and sausage and all that means something, you know, for the listening audience who may not know this. Like, a person would call this place that's a pizza place, and you would order stuff like pepperoni or whatever. That would mean like a black person. Sausage would mean like a Italian kid. You know what I'm saying? Whatever shit. They would literally be ordering kids off of a menu, and what you do is, if you know how New York look, you know, New York blocks are like long. Like, you got to go all the way to the end just to make a left or a right. You know, this pizza place, it would be on the same street as another business, to where, man, it's like, y'all got to go look that stuff up, man. Like that Pizzagate stuff, man. It's like, my bad, bro. Go ahead.
Oh, you good.
Man, say that stuff blew my mind back then, bro. And it's like, I'm years older now. Of course, I can't do nothing about it, but try to, you know, get the message out. But then I don't know, man. Like, and now that the message is out, now that the majority of America do know about this stuff, bro, what you think is gonna be next, man? You think I think they're trying to cause chaos, bro. I think they tried to do the racist stuff. I mean, it's still kind of doing its thing, but not really. So I think it's just like, hey, let's just get the public outrage, period. They want some kind of war to go down here. That's my conspiracy theory, bro.
That's not even a conspiracy. So yeah,
they're trying to piss the people off. Like, they're trying to piss us off enough to where if you watch the world news, a lot of them governments get overthrown a lot in them other countries, where they pulling what we call presidents out their houses, killing them right there on their lawn, on the street, stuff like that. They already got, like you said, they already got their islands. They already got where they gonna go, what they gonna do. Look at all the damage that we've caused to other countries as America as a whole. Them people want revenge, bro. You know what I'm saying? They know them people want revenge, but they got the money and the power. Plus, they the ones who talking to them people. They just want Americans. Bro, I think they done sold us out. I'm talking about as the people of America. Them people who run the world and America, all the elite or whatever that's over here. I think they've been sold us out, bro. They just trying to find a way to make it a little bit justified when they do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's deep.
That's
deep. I agree with all of that. And I see when we looking at this situation, like Sabby said, this all feels like one big stage play. You know, it's a bunch of public statements, carefully worded interviews, selective outrage from the people in power. It makes me feel like what we see is a script, like it's being managed by somebody, and what we don't see is where the real story is. But yeah, let me let Sabby cook.
Hold on.
You know what I mean?
I want to say something off that. You know, I did that Trump versus Camilla debate that you were supposed to do, or you know, that you was aware of. So I know how you feel about Trump, and you know how I feel about Trump. I'm still convinced of this. I could be wrong. You know, the dude is a billionaire, all that other stuff. I think he definitely rubbed elbows with them people. But when it comes to like the politics stuff, he genuinely not one of them, right? And it's to the point to where you can see the lies that they put out about this dude. You can go look it up and then find out that ain't even the truth. I'm talking about, like, you can blatantly see it happening. Do you think that he's a part of the plan too, or do you think that he against them? Not that he can stop them, but he can at least put a dent in it. What you think concerning him being in power? Fighting them, or is he one of them? Everyone, did you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah, I think that at first he started off, well, he always was and still is, just like every other politician. He started off with, you know, a good run and had people convinced that he wasn't like them. But then we see him bending the knee to the global powers. We see him bending the knee to Netanyahu. We see him moving the capital of Israel to Tel Aviv. We see him not stopping the genocide, but aiding in the genocide, just like all the Democrats were doing, which we bashed him for.
Right.
So I got to hold him to the same standard that I'm holding everybody else to, because I dropped the party labels. I don't rock with none of them. I'll beef with both of them. So I'm gonna just
Right.
call
Me
him out.
too.
Like, that's what he doing. That's crazy. I don't like it. Like, this is stuff I would call him out for. So
Okay, I like that. I like what you said. Like you're saying, that could have been the plan. Let him run his first term. I mean, even though I feel like he didn't got more hell, you know what I'm saying, as a white president than any other people from both sides, right? But then again, that could have been the plan. Okay, let him have his first term. Let us give him hell. Get the American people on his side. At least the white people. The ones that count for the majority. Let's get them on his side, and then his second term, because they're gonna vote for him, and then still have him to do the same stuff that we've been planning the whole time. So yeah, I like what you said there. Even though like you said, I still chose him over the other person. I did vote for Trump, so I don't hide that or none of that. But like you're saying, all of them are liars. All of them are the same. You know what I'm saying? So it's two wings to the same bird.
We got a Trump voter in here.
Oh yeah. I voted for that boy. I voted for Obama too. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I voted for Trump. So I wasn't, and it really wasn't like voting for Trump just because him. You know what I'm saying? I was pretty much most of the time. You can go hear my debate. I was just voting against Camilla. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And then again, we're just seeing all the lies that they put on the dude. It was kind of hard not to see that. It was kind of hard to see people say certain things about him, and then you go research it and look it up, and it's like, well, dang, that ain't even true. So maybe I was the type of person that they was trying to deceive. That they was trying to fool. But then again, like you said, it don't really matter who we voted for. I just think we would have got there faster if it was Carmella. I ain't saying Trump no savior. I don't think no man no savior. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But I think they do got a plan, and they trying to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Fast. They tripping. Let me see what Savvy talking about.
Yeah, Eric can put the link to this in the chat. Someone was asking about that. There he is, taking pictures with everybody. There's Bill Gates, Mr. who's now claiming, no, I didn't have an STD, whatever. So they're basically, this is him pulling back the curtain. Look at all the people, the Dalai Lama. That's supposed to be Jelaine. Yes, someone created this. Some type of laboratory there. There's a doctor. I know, Nikki, it is creepy. It is. But this is basically like,
bro, that's on my wall right now.
Oh, look at there. Politicians, the banks.
Everybody, the Catholic Church, the ISIS.
There you go.
Yeah.
ISIS.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is someone created this, guys. They created it to basically tell the story in so many ways. Again, the presidents. You guys see this? Oh, don't forget the influencers who said, we got the files. This is how we have been played. And then, of course, there's President Trump.
That's crazy, bro.
Because what this shows you is that regardless of political party, he captured all of it. And then there's Benjamin Netanyahu pulling the lever.
Israel.
There you go.
They say he's not dead, man. They say Epstien ain't dead.
So, like I said, nobody has access to all those people.
No, I don't.
And got away with what he did for so long, unless you are a spy.
I ain't no spy.
But that's essentially what it has been. So kudos to the person who made that. I Can't Even Productions. That was actually a good job. Good job. Hey guys, this was a savvy clip. If you like what you saw.
Did you see that already? Before she posted it? I can't hear you, bro.
No, that was my first time watching it. She did her thing on that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's on my wall. I posted it yesterday? That yesterday? No, that mud deep, bro. Like that mud real deep. I saw it on Facebook and I reposted it. You know what I'm saying? Too. So yeah. I mean it's I don't know, bro. I don't think he the guy. I feel like he probably connected them through that part of it, through the sex and all that part of it. I don't think he the guy though, bro. Like I don't think he the one. You know what I'm saying? It got to be somebody that he taking his orders from. Like it got to be a final boss. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't think he the boss, bro. I just think that he was the person that they chose to, just like Diddy. Diddy ain't the boss. He was the person that he had. If you think about it, bro, I ain't trying to put the kids in it or take the kids out of it. Diddy was kind of like Epstein, but to the black side of it. Everybody went to all the black niggas went to the Diddy parties and did the same sexual stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, you can name it, preachers, pastors, politicians, and all that too. So Epstein was probably just the white side of it. They probably got a Mexican side of it and a Chinese side of it. You see what I'm saying? I don't think they the guy. I think they just the ones who taking the file for it because they finna build a whole new system, bro. This, and the only thing that's stopping them is America. You know what I'm saying? We're too free. We got a lot going on in this country that other countries don't have. So for them to literally have their plan to go off smoother than what it could be, they at least got to get rid of America, bro. Because everybody got guns, everybody free thinking, everybody, you know what I'm saying, doing their stuff. If you think about Russia, you think about North Korea, you think about China. I ain't saying they ain't smarter than all that, but they not as free as we are to where they can consume anything and think any kind of way, bro. And inside Russia, can't nobody drive after 6 p.m. After 6 p.m., every regular citizen got to be in the house, bro. So only the people who are privileged or leveraged to drive. Imagine that happening in America. Nah, we ain't having that, bro. So yeah, man, I don't think Epstein is the final boss, but I think he's just the white side of it that's taking the file for it. What you think about that? I can't hear you if you is.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. My bad. Yeah, Savvy was cooking on that one. You're right. He was on the right side or the white side, however you want to put it. Epstein's case. Yeah. Going
now,
down
I was saying, I don't think he's the final boss. I think he's just the white side of it. Like how Diddy could be the black side of it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that over sexualization type stuff and doing that stuff, I don't think Epstein is the final boss. I think he just, you know what I'm saying? He's just a white side puppet.
No, yeah, you're right about that. This is isn't just a crime story anymore. Like this has become symbolic. This case, or even Epstein, is now a symbol of elite access, a symbol of power, avoiding consequences, um, nepotism. What else would he be a symbol of? When you look at him, what do you think of?
When I look at that nigga, man, I think of just demonic, man. I think of a person who can groom kids for years and years and years, and then still, violate them like that, bro. I think demonic is the perfect word.
Yeah, I think he's the symbol for a corrupt justice system and a corrupt political system as well.
Yeah, of course. I mean, immunity, bro. Immunity. You know, like a person who can, we got laws. Me and you as regular citizens, we can't do certain stuff. We got to have even, tags on our cars and the car registered and all that good stuff. These people are walking around messing with Epstein is walking around messing with humans' lives, and not just any human, kids at that, and get to just walk free every day, and do what he. I mean, if he is dead, he was able to do that for what 40, 50 years, bro. Like immunity, bro.
Yeah,
like that's crazy. It's a class of people who don't have to play by the same rules that we play by, bro. And that's unfair. Because if there are no rules, then let it be survival of the fittest. But if there are rules, then y'all should have to abide by the same rules that we gotta abide by. So if nothing else, us as regular people, we should be upset just over that, bro.
Yeah.
We should be upset that there are people on earth who are human, just like I'm human, but they don't have no consequences. That's a problem, bro. That's a problem. That's a problem, man. Like a nigga will go to jail, a person to go to jail for just having child porn in his phone. You can just have it as an image, and you would go to jail for that. They get to participate in it.
Yeah.
And no consequences. Come on, man.
This is what I was talking about. And this brings back when you, excuse me, when you see all the pictures he was taking with them people, that brings up the question of leverage too, because they were saying he was blackmailing all of these people.
That's what I heard.
Like,
yeah,
it's like how did this one person build all these relationships? I'm out here networking like fuck,
come on, bro.
Trying to get this league popping and my channel popping alone. This man was doing the most. Like, talk about connected. You feel me?
And not even a star, not even a celebrity or something like that. He not even a. But I guess that would be the perfect person to use. It would be to use somebody who's not on everybody's radar. So if you think about it that way, because A1, have you ever heard of NAMBLA? National Boy Man Love Association?
No.
Pull it up right if you can. Pull it up on the screen. Pull up NAMBLA. National Boy Man Love Association, bro. This group been around since the early '90s. NAMBLA. It's N.A.B.L.A. NAMBLA.
And it's what? Technologies?
No. National Man Boy Love Association.
National Man Boy. Is this some LGBT stuff?
It's pedophile stuff, bro.
Oh, I'd rather not even type it in, bro. I'm glad.
Okay. Well, what I was saying is,
thank you.
Anybody listening? Well, no, it's on Google. Is what I was saying. It ain't gonna show you no images, of course. But I was trying to show you that it's an association. It's an organization, bro, that's been around since the early 1900s. Still exists to this day, bro. It's called the National Boy Man Love Association. They got a documentary on it that you can pull up, bro. That's been around forever, bro. Bro, this stuff is known, bro. Bro, listen to me. I said organization, bro. It's an organization that still exists today. How can that exist, bro? Like, bro. See, that's why I say this type of stuff. I've been on this stuff for years, bro. You know what I'm saying? People call that stuff crazy all the time, but now it's coming out, and we got evidence of it, you know, and we got very powerful people speaking out on it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm listening to you.
Yeah, you probably can put it in YouTube. Well, I don't know. YouTube probably show images here.
No, I ain't about to pull that up.
Yeah.
But I was gonna
I'm
say,
surprised you don't know about it. I'm surprised you don't know about that, bro.
no, I ain't hip. But the mystery alone of why Jeffrey Epstein was connected to all of these different people, from politics to business to entertainment to academia to ISIS, like everybody wants to know. You know what I'm saying? The bottom line we've come to is child sex trafficking, but like what you know, they haven't given us nothing else. You know, at the end of the day, I look at this and think, if I did even a piece of what these people are accused of doing, my life would be over.
Bro.
The double standard we see right now, like right in front of our face, is crazy.
That should piss us off more than anything.
Yeah, that's what really makes people mad, and that's why you see people pissed off. I just don't think it's right to blame the orange man. This is something, again, that I said is a it's even more than a bipartisan issue. This crosses both sides of politics, tech billionaires,
our races,
global power elites,
all that. Yep.
You know,
our genders, our races, you know, they can get y'all pissed off over some racist stuff. They can get y'all pissed off over some ISIS stuff. They can get y'all pissed off over some man versus woman. Why ain't we pissed off about this? This should be the top reason why anybody should be pissed off. What are the protests about this, bro? They taking advantage of young minds that can't defend themselves, bro. They taking advantage of that. Now, if they was doing it to adults, you know, a girl who want to prostitute, cool, she can do what she want to do. These are kids, bro. And everybody, the babies. Well, how much do y'all really care about kids then, bro? Y'all don't care, bro. Y'all will protest somebody, some ICE stuff. Y'all will go protest some black power, white supremacy stuff. Where are the protests is happening in America for this, bro? Think about that, bro. It ain't one. We ain't had one protest yet, bro. All right, people tripping, man. Like, this shit crazy, bro.
That's facts. Hey, that's facts. Dang, you right. Has there been a Epstein protest?
I ain't heard one, bro. I just found out less than 24 hours ago. You got kids, bro. The name just slipped my mind. It's called what the people that come to your kid's school, and they did it for you too when you was in school, bro. When they come take our class pictures, you know what I'm saying? Those pictures that everybody got to take every single year, get dressed up, give them your name, your birthday, what you like, hobbies, all this stuff. That organization is connected to Epstein, bro. Think about that, bro. These niggas been knowing us forever, bro. Ever since we've been in school. And the only reason that we have to go to school is because the government said we got to. Or the parents should go to jail. So think about all them connections, bro. That shit's, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. They smart in what they doing, but it's sick, is what I'm saying. They didn't thought it out. They got the plan down pat. Hey, you play your role out. They being strategic as hell, bro. But now that we know, bro, this is sick, bro. This is wicked, bro. So like, what? I mean, I ain't saying I'm gonna go out tomorrow and start a protest. I ain't saying that. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. But where are the protesters at? Where's the outrage for this stuff, bro?
Facts. What y'all won't hear me do is come up here and assume people are guilty of things that they haven't been found guilty of. So I will start trying to use the word alleged more often.
Yeah, do that. No, do that.
I don't get no cease and desist.
Yeah,
but
do that.
This isn't about assuming people are guilty. This is just really about demanding transparency. The American people deserve it. We work hard every day for less and are treated way harder. So like it's not fair. It doesn't make sense. But nobody said life was supposed to be fair, but We're
Right.
gonna fight for as much fairness as we can get. You know what I'm saying? You only deserve what you negotiate, is what somebody once told me,
I
and
heard
that
that
just
too.
rings so true to me. Um, so if nothing happened, they just need to show the flat facts clearly. I don't
Like you
understand
said,
why that's such a big problem for them. If something wrong happened, prosecute it fully.
that's it.
Justice, this should be consistent. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Like,
understand why it's different strokes for different folks. That's when trust collapses in the government, and everybody. If that's the case, it's just gonna be a free for all. Everybody's gonna say fuck the law.
like I said, survival of the fittest. Right. Like, bro, what I just said earlier. I was saying, if it's survival of the fittest, just tell us it's survival of the fittest. You know what I'm saying? Don't make us play by one rule and then y'all got immunity, bro. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Which governments are needed. It's gonna be a government, period. I don't care where you go, you can go to jail. It's a government in there. You know what I'm saying? It's a hierarchy. So governments are needed, but same rules should apply to everybody, man. Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. Nisha says she doesn't think it's a live replay. It is not a replay. This is live. Horses Unite second. I am Canadian. Jokes aside, peace to you. Horses Unite.
Let me go over
I think that might be Sis who in the back chat with us. Maybe if it is you, peace to you. I know she be supporting from some channel out there. I ain't gonna say no names. That's just between me and you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
But back to the story, the Epstein story sticks because it hits nerves deeper than just any regular scandal. This
Yeah.
touches power, secrecy, um, political influence. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
But no,
going.
I want, but no, go this far though. Think about how far that go back. Okay, like for example, people say that Jay-Z got with Aaliyah and R. Kelly and Aaliyah when she, they grown men, she 14. Well, go back to Prince. I mean, not Prince, Elvis. Elvis was a grown man, got with a 12-year-old, 14-year-old, whatever. And then you just keep going farther back, bro. This stuff been going on too
And
long, bro.
we look at them at the top of the food chain in the black community.
And they not,
So
thank you. And they
it's
puppets.
still like the 1% against everybody else because people want to see, are they going to face consequences? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's this is wow, and it's the Illuminati real. That's why this is not gonna go away. You feel me? Until these questions are answered in a way that makes the public feel like they got some form of accountability. This is never gonna go away. So yeah, does accountability exist at the top? I guess is what we should say. That's the question we should pose. I don't think so. I don't think it's ever been like that. Hey, I guess it just sucks to be at the bottom. Level up. Is that what we should tell people? Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. All right, let me stop clowning, man. I'm about to go to this.
Nah, you're doing your thing, bro. 'Cause that's real talk, bro. Like you're saying, and like I was saying too, you just bring up all them people, the Michael Jacksons, and you look at the Bill Cosbys, and you can go look at, for example, Bill Cosby. Look at the kids that was on that show. I'm talking about the kids who was like kids, bro. Have you ever even looked at who some of them are now? Alicia Keys is one of them kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? That little fat white boy, he ended up being a comedian, stuff like that. That shows you how tightly knit that circle is. How we was talking about earlier. They grooming these kids since like birth. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of our favorite actors and entertainers or people who we know, influencers and all that, they come from that circle. They are one of those kids. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and I ain't saying I'm the biggest kid advocate in the world or nothing like that, but I'm saying it's some messed up stuff going on. They showing it to us now. It's not a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy theory no more. Where's the outrage, bro? Like, that's what I'm saying. Where's the outrage, man? Like you're saying, it ain't just about blaming it on the orange man. Ain't nobody saying he's innocent, but ain't nobody saying that it's just about him. Where's the outrage overall, bro? You know, that's what I want.
Yeah, let me go to the next clip right quick.
A1, did you say that the sister was in the back chat, or you just said she was in the comments?
I don't know if that's. I just know somebody from Canada who said they watch. I was just.
Oh no, I thought you said somebody was in the back chat. Okay, I mean in the on the live. My bad. Go ahead.
Let me share this one right here. This one is called Barry Weiss. CBS News says Epstein was a Russian spy. Let's get into it. Oh, I got it muted. Let me unmute it and start it over.
Russians? I knew it was the Russians. Even when 3 million documents all pointed to it being Israel, I knew it had to be the Russians. New tactic now on the I don't know if you want to call them right-wing media or what, the Zionist media. How about that? That's called the Zionist media. The new tactic now is to say Jeffrey Epstein didn't work for Mossad, that he worked for Russia.
Of course.
And we have Larry Loomer. I'm sorry. Laura Loomer. I'm sorry. Do her best psyop on people by saying it's all Qatar, that he was somehow working with Qatar. You think I'm kidding? Here, let me read this to you. Jeffrey Epstein communicated with Qatar's ruling family about the Muslim Brotherhood and visited Qatar 2 days before the U.S. presidential election in 2016. Wow. I bet he's working for Qatar and not working for the Mossad and the CIA. As Kurt says, the fact that if Jeffrey Epstein's dead, he worked for the Mossad. If Jeffrey Epstein's alive, the Mossad worked for him, and Jeffrey Epstein worked for the Rothschilds. Well, we know he did work for the Rothschilds. So there's credible evidence that Jeffrey Epstein's still alive. That would be my under my head. Is Jeffrey Epstein alive or dead? I would say alive. That's what I would say. Jeffrey Epstein's private plane was invited to, because there isn't only one Jeffrey Epstein ring. There's not just one guy, right? So if they did kill him, what about all the other guys?
I was just saying that in one of my last statements, bro. People like him and other people, they saying that the dude's still alive. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think that's hard to believe, man. If niggas think Tupac alive and niggas still think Michael Jackson alive, come on. Like nigga Epstein, come on, man.
Oh, you funny. Somebody says Jimmy Dore lies to make a point. Shout out to you. When you catch him doing it, make sure you let me know.
Now, I will say this. I do watch his show, but him saying that Epstein is a Russian instead of that nigga from the, like you said at first, that nigga from Israel, bro. He one of them Jewish niggas, bro. Netanyahu niggas. He a part of that side. Nah, he ain't. Nah, not Putin. But go ahead. Nah, Putin.
You talking about who? You talking about Jimmy Dore? Oh, okay.
No, I'm talking about Epstein. No, Jimmy Dore is finna make a point as into how Epstein is Russian. I disagree with that. I think the nigga is real, bro. I think he come from that side, not the Russian side. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I feel you. I'll just say from what I heard, I guess this isn't about left versus right or red versus blue.
No,
this is about elites. This is about accountability and whether powerful people will ever face the same scrutiny regular people do.
Come on.
Because when it comes to Epstein's connections, the names cross every political line. They cross into every political lane. They cross into different genres. That's not even, I'm trying to put something together. That's not even what I want to say. But again, he was dealing with entertainers, military, industrial complex people, global elites, politicians, corporation owners. The guy ate lunch with the Dalai Lama. I want to eat lunch with the Dalai Lama. That's all I'm saying.
but you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Not if you don't join the club. You know, think about all the stuff that you've been through in life, right? And then if you could go sit down with the Dalai Lama as important as he is, you probably can get some stuff changed. You know, some laws, some worldviews, some moral ethics. But you can't do it unless you're part of that club, which proves that he a part of that club. So he got to be a piece of S too. You know what I'm saying? For us to even want, yeah, for us to even want, I'm like you, bro. A lot of these people that I know who not my family and all that, you know, it's based off TV, internet, you know, entertainment, all that. I would love to go sit down with some of these people, have conversations with these people, but to know that I never will, because we ain't in that circle. And if it takes for us to be in that circle to be able to do that, then F that circle, bro, and everybody in it, man.
Hey, you heard it here first, Mr. No Ducks himself.
Quack, quack.
Let's go. Shots fired. Shots fired. I'm going to go ahead and let Jimmy Dore cook a little bit more. Here we go.
Guys running the other rings and the other people doing the dirty work of the deep state, they would probably be hesitant to keep doing it. They'd probably be afraid. And they'd probably want to get blackmail on the people they're working for. So that's why I think I would not be surprised if Jeffrey.
You know what? I got to pause it again, because the point that he made too about how they're Russia-gating this whole Jeffrey Epstein situation. Now they're trying to say he worked for Russia. It wasn't Israel. Like, man, they try to blame everything on Russia because that's who they really want to take out. They want us to hate them. They want us to not listen to their propaganda. So it's an easy scapegoat because nobody's going to go check. And I'll let him finish cooking. Was I unmuted for that? Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Hold on, everyone. Me and you around the same age. We can remember like cartoons and TV shows way back in the 80s, you know what I'm saying, early 90s, where you know, oh, it's the Russian spy or the Russian. They've been trying to get us to believe that forever. Now, don't get me wrong. It's only 3 superpowers in the world. You got China, you got Russia, you got us. That's it. We are the top. We are the upper echelon. Ain't nobody higher than these 3. America has a little more leverage where, you know, that will be 1. You know what I'm saying? China will be 2 and Russia will be 3. Russia and China definitely trying to get us out the way. You know what I'm saying? So that's not something that's hard to believe. But what is hard to believe is that every single thing that go down in this government and we catch y'all doing it, y'all say Russia. No, nigga, it's you. It's y'all. It's the Americans. We who doing this stuff to ourselves, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, they always trying to blame it on Russia. And if you think about it, 99% of our debt is in China, not Russia. So if we should have an enemy just because we owe them, and just say, if you're going to make an enemy out of somebody, why we ain't want to go kidnap their president and make him move somewhere else and all that? That's who we owe. You see what I'm saying? But we over here messing with everybody else or blaming Russia for everything. Nah, bro, I don't think Epstein was no Russian plant, bro. He's one of them Netanyahu type of dudes, you know, Israel first and Jews and all this stuff. He just happened to have a connection with the higher ups in America, and that's the reason why we fund out. One of the reasons why we give most of our money to Israel, bro.
I don't necessarily think that China is our enemy and they want to get us
They're
out
not.
the way. I think that's more propaganda that's been fed to us, because creating an enemy for people to fight against fosters patriotism and people clinging to their tribe. So, you know, just more
I'm with
fear.
patriotism.
Yeah, and I'm with
with
that too, to a
patriotism.
certain extent, but when it's manipulated in that sense, no.
Right.
So,
Now China,
more
I
fear
wouldn't
mongering.
say I wouldn't say China is our enemies, right? I think
Manufacturing consent is another word that we need to bring up too. It's more fear mongering and manufacturing consent. My bad about that. Go ahead.
No, you good. I think they hold the hierarchy though. Like for example, A1, a nigga that owe you money or like somebody that owe you something, you can choose when you want to get that back. But that nigga is under you though, right? That nigga under you. I don't care if he hit the lotto tomorrow. I don't care if he don't hit the lotto. That nigga, whoever owe you is under you, bro. So China is not our enemy. They not tripping. They in the hot seat when it comes to America. But what I'm saying is, they point us in the direction of Russia. You know, oh, Russia this, Russia that, Russia this. When Putin been doing his own thing forever, bro. They don't have a republic like we have. You know what I'm saying? They got a democracy. I mean, or vice versa or whatever. It ain't both ways. You know, a nigga can run for 20 years. It ain't every 4 years, every, you know what I'm saying, cycle. So Putin, I think Putin about that life, and he willing to go to war with whoever, but he not willing to do that unnecessary. Chinese, XXJ, whatever his last name is, we know as Chinese people, they way more patient. They way more lenient. They are bigger strategists than anybody. They got like the cleanest country over there. You know what I'm saying? Their country just clean when it comes to trash and dirt and all that stuff like that, right? I think that I don't think they are enemies because they're not demanding us to pay them back. But I do think that they are strategically placing themselves in a position to where they could be America. And then I think Russia, by force, could be what America is to the world. So that's probably why they point the finger at Russia, because Russia will launch a nuke at this mother effer if Putin get mad. You know what I'm saying? Just one day he just mad and he'll do it, but China would never do that. You know what I'm saying? So I think more of a threat to America is China, because they do own all the consumption. They do own. If you look on back to almost anything that you own, it's gonna say made in China, made in China, made in China. They are more of a threat to American society than a Russian society is.
I mean, I guess they would be if there was one. I don't necessarily think there is one, but China would definitely nuke us. Not that they would want to.
Oh no, definitely.
Yeah, they definitely would.
Same way. I mean, would, yeah.
Which doesn't make sense for us to be barking up these trees because we're not trying to start a nuclear war.
I won't, because look, I can bomb you because you owe me money, right? Okay, look, y'all niggas owe me money. Y'all owe this much amount trillion in debt. You owe me. Give me my money or I'm gonna come kill y'all. But watch this. The only reason why our country is able to operate the way it do because our consumers is America. Everything that we make, we ship to America. So y'all send money back over here to our country to keep our country afloat. So that's the reason why, like you said, they're not a threat in that way because they're still capitalizing off of us, even though we owe them. It's like a credit card. You know what I'm saying? But Russia, we don't really have no beef with Russia, bro. The only thing about Russia is they understand that they third in power, and in order for them to be number one, they should take out America. But I mean, what's the likelihood of that happening? Because we don't, our military don't suck. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, we invented computers, bro. We invented technology, this modern technology and all that. That came from us. So they may have some stuff in their country and all that, but they don't got what we got. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be a hard fight, and I don't think Putin's trying to do that. But China, you know, I don't know, bro. Give it 20, 30 years, bro. I think America is gonna be welcome to China, bro. Not Russia. My bad. But but to your video point, yeah, Epstein being a Russian spy and all that stuff. Now I don't believe that, bro. I think that dude homegrown, Israel/America, bro. That's what he is. It ain't got nothing to do with no Russian.
Epstein is still alive. Jeffrey Epstein's private plane was invited to land in Doha, Qatar by Sakor Java. So it's all this stuff. Emails revealed Epstein was in communication. He is currently the chairman of the board of directors. So it's all Epstein has extensive dealings with Qatari real estate brokers and members of Qatar's ruling family. Yeah, he was operating at the top of intelligence. Of course. He had presidents on his island. He had the royal family on his island. He had financiers. He had academics like Noam Chomsky and people in Harvard. He had Alan Dershowitz and top lawyer. He had everybody. He had everybody because he was working for the Rothschilds with the Mossad and the CIA. He had everybody in it. He had artists and movie stars and had everybody, politicians. So this is what she's trying to do. Qatar is the largest financer of the Muslim Brotherhood. And also Qatar is one of our biggest allies. We have our biggest military base in Qatar. So this whole idea, but why would we be doing that with people who are our enemies? Anyway, Epstein, I love the other side of it anyway. So
he just said what I'm saying.
So it's here we go. So that's her big idea, is that he's working. So that's Laura Loomer's, and then you're gonna skip the part where he met multiple times with Israel's president. Let me choose which files are true and completely disregard the 2 million mentioning my employer or Israel. So that's what they're saying back to Laura Loomer. New photo surfaces of Jeffrey Epstein wearing Israeli forces shirt. No kidding. No kidding. So here's CBS News. So now you know CBS News has been bought by the Zionists, like straight up. Like the news in the United States has always been what they refer to as Zionist occupied, right? So Zionists, if they don't run the
What happened, A1?
Oh, okay, I'm muted on two things. I unmuted one of them, but not the other one. Yeah, I wanted to pause that because he's right. The media has been taken over by Zionists. And I don't know how to say this without coming off sounding Kanye-ish, but yeah, the small hats have taken over all sources of media, all media outlets. That's why independent news outlets like this are important, because it's a way for us to connect and contact right now. Even though they essentially run this platform as well. So it's only so long before they squash out voices like these, and we're going to get into them calling for social media censorship and things of that nature here in the coming episodes, because it's crazy what you see, and this isn't just the Republicans. This is both sides.
But no, it was on purpose though, bro. Again, me and my wife was just talking about this. We're talking about social media, which, you know, our information that any American could consume was, you know, mainstream television or cable or whatever. That's as far as you can go. They gave everybody a voice for a reason, bro. And notice, even though other countries have the internet, everybody don't have the internet the way that we have it. Everybody don't got Facebook and Instagram and where you just can say whatever you want to say. That's in America, bro. You see what I'm saying? So now that everybody have a voice, everybody has a way to do an outlet that can be a content creator and all that. I think it goes back to, they want an uprising. They want a civil war going on within America. That would be the only reason why they would let everybody have a voice. Because if everybody have a voice, it's definitely gonna be disagreement. And the disagreement is gonna get so heated to where it's gonna come to blows, bro. They know that. Like, and it's the reason why, like I say, every other country got the internet, but they're not going through what we're going through in America with this, again, men hating women, or Democrat hating Republicans, or you know what I'm saying, this side hating that side. They're not going through that. We are though.
Well,
you see what I'm saying? So go ahead, bro. What you just say? I can't hear you, A1.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that again. I
know you be having two mics on. Yeah.
In the major cities and metropolises, whatever they're calling them in the UK now, anywhere you see a McDonald's, you're going to see gender war in the community in that area. Like, it comes with, it's the 2026 colonization package now. So it comes with the LGBTQ stuff. It comes with the gender wars. It's like all one big package.
I think they want it that way. Yeah, I think they want it that way. Like, because America is like the testing ground right now. Okay, let's see, can we get it across over here? Then if we can get it over here, we definitely can get it over there. And you know me, bro, I watch a lot of wrestling, bro, and we know that this type of wrestling is a American homegrown product, right? But now this type of wrestling has switched, has crossed over to the Mexican world. It crossed over to the Japan world. To where now they're able to hold a WrestleMania, not just in America, they can have a WrestleMania on any continent in the world, and people will know who these people are. So what I'm saying is that's like influence. I think they're trying to do that with everything, including gender wars and all that stuff. Men need women, bro. None of everybody who talking all this I hate men or I hate women stuff. You only able to talk that stuff because a man and a woman came together to make you. You know what I'm saying? But they trying to disrupt that stuff, bro. They trying to disrupt it because it is 8 billion people on Earth. That's a lot of people. And they don't want to continue to have the same arguments and disagreements that they having now. So they got to lessen the population. If you go read the Georgia Guidestones, bro, and I'm not trying to sound like a conspiracy theorist. If you go read the Georgia Guidestones, which we don't know who put them up or whatever, and they in like 8 different languages. It says that we got to keep the world population under a certain number so that we're able to control these people. So what's best than controlling the people and then knocking off the people who are at the top, which is Americans. We're at the top right now, bro. Every other president or whatever country to a certain extent can get their people to do whatever it is they want them to do. America can't do that, at least not right now. So I think they're trying to take us out, man. Like that's I'm gonna keep on going back to that because that's what I think about when it comes to the topic that you're talking about tonight. You know what I'm saying? I think they're exposing this stuff for a reason. Because if they didn't want us to know this stuff, we wouldn't even know it. It would still be a conspiracy theories. You know what I'm saying? A conspiracy theory. But for them to show us proof of the conspiracy theory, I think they want to uprise, man. And it's gonna happen eventually.
I agree with you. Yeah, uprising's on the way, is what they've been saying. We don't see what really comes of it. I don't know if the people are ready to fight back at this point.
I'm with you. I don't know, bro.
I think when they are, it's gonna happen. When they not,
it's gonna be bad. Yeah, it's gonna be bad too.
I want people to watch how different social media tries to frame this story. One outlet emphasizes foreign intelligence, another one focuses on failures of our own government.
Our own government. I'm on the side of failures of our own government.
And then you got other news outlets completely avoiding the intelligence and trying to make it personal. So what you see isn't journalism. Like, I don't know what to call it. It's
blogging. Sure.
Yeah, people pushing their opinion and their points of view. It's not people reporting the facts and letting you decide. That's what real journalism is.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not a coincidence too. It's what you see here is narrative positioning when they're trying to do these articles about Qatar, trying to blame it on Russia. This is narrative positioning. It's not just a coincidence that all these different outlets and news journals writings are starting to align right now. So
bro, have you ever thought about it on this level, bro? Ain't nobody stupid, bro. And I ain't just saying this because I'm a Christian, bro. Think about it like this, bro. The Jews been having an impact on the world, and these are the real Jews. I ain't talking about no Hebrew Israelite type BS, bro. These niggas been having an impact on the world since Jesus, bro. You hear me? Even Jesus told us that these niggas are corrupt. Jesus told us that, bro. And now that we 2,026 years away from Jesus, well, 2,000 and whatever, away from Jesus, these people are the same, bro. They everybody feels sympathy for these people. Everybody feels some kind of way. This is the most read book like, you know how we talk about, oh, I'm African, I don't know my history, don't nobody else know it. Or I'm trying to, everybody know their history though, bro. Everybody know the history of these Jews because it's in the Bible, which is the most read book every year, every time, bestseller, all that. Everybody know these niggas struggle, bro. You hear me? So they playing victim while being in the hot seat, bro. Think about that. I can
that's what they do. That's what they do best.
Come on, that's what's happening, bro. Let's go, man.
That's what they do best. Shout out Brother Humble in the building, man. My bad, Brother Humble. I had laid down yesterday for a second while I was listening to y'all, and that was the last thing I should have did. Knowing I work nights and I was trying to stay up during the day.
Shout out to
my
Brother
apologies, man. We're gonna do a round 2. I heard Cosmine came through and I couldn't even let him up for you, man. My apologies about that. I talked to him. We about to get something rolling with you too. So be on the lookout for that. If you could call me in a few hours, so that way we can figure out. I got 2 things lined up for you, and I wanted to talk about you with. So yeah.
A1 is the hardest working man on YouTube, bro. So the dude be busy, man. So he didn't mean nothing by it. I'm co-signing what he said.
I appreciate you, nobody. I appreciate you. Yeah, I definitely no harm meant, man. Oh man, like I was disappointed. Like, what? I missed it. Yo, I was salty, man. That was one of my favorite episodes, but brother was lit, came with some knowledge, all in the books.
Yeah, I saw him. Over the what my first time seeing him was over there on Sarnetta channel. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I saw him, but just to back up again,
I never seen him over there. I had met him on a totally different platform that nobody we be around really be on. So
okay. Now come on, you know me.
It's a small debate world though, so that's how it goes.
You know me.
That's dope though.
You know me. I be everywhere, nigga. I'm in everybody chat.
Yeah, I was happy. Like, oh, he already got smoked with a couple debaters. Like, he already got some debates under his wing. Like, oh, it's a go. Like, man, people was pulling up. Like, yo, bro, I know you. He was pulling. He was getting hella love. I'm like, damn, everybody know you did. Okay,
now, I don't know where he come from, but I will say this: he is new to our community, and like you said, he do bring a following with him. And to you, Brother Humble, I'm not speaking up for A1 because like I got to be on his platform or I'm kissing his ass and nothing like that. I'm genuine in what I'm saying about the bro. I ain't. I want to tell you, I don't ask the brother for nothing or none of that stuff. So if I give a little vouch for a person, you can kind of take it as a little trustworthy.
2 humble brothers in the building, man. Yeah, we gotta get part 2 scheduled, and I got a debate for you set up, so we can go ahead and get you moving in the direction of that bag, man.
Let's go.
$50 debates, win, lose, or draw for the exhibition debates. And yeah, I got a bigger opportunity for you than that. That's why I wanted you to call me, but I just want to wait till this episode finishes. If not, I'm gonna call you as soon as it's over. Okay, back to what we was talking about with the Jimmy Dore. Let's stay focused, brothers. What Umar be saying? Let's stay focused, my brothers.
Let's stay, no, you got to say it 3 times. Let's stay focused.
Oh man, I can't do it 3 times, man. You got 3 personalities. He a psychologist. Need to see about that, man. I'm joking. I don't even know if that's what that means. I say a lot of stuff twice. So, but yeah, I'll be listening. This Epstien stuff is crazy. Yeah, the bigger.
Hit the link, humble. Hit the link, man. We talking about the Epstien,
my bad.
Bro. You already know over 3 million documents have been dropped over this past week, man. We playing the videos of people who are reporting on this stuff, and we're reporting on it too. Well, A1 reporting on it. I hit the chat. The link is
man. It is an open panel, yeah. Anybody can
open panel, man. Hit the link, man. We talking about Epstien, bro.
I forgot to say that. Anytime I'm up here, it's usually an open panel unless I'm doing some type of interview. Sometimes the interviews will be closed panels. Sometimes there'll be closed panels just until we get through the information. Then we open it for a question and answers.
I'm here for I'm gonna cut you off. I'm gonna cut you off. That nigga sound like me. That nigga say, I would, LOL. My wife would kill me, bro. Bro, I had them same issues. I've been married 24 years. My wife hate when I'm I'm in here with y'all niggas, bro. Like, I be loud, you know, I be disturbing the house, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. So I totally feel you on that, bro.
Big bet. Big bet.
That's why sometimes you see me. I know we ain't talked about that. Sometimes you'll see me on your panel, and we'll be going for about an hour or two, and then all of a sudden I drop off. That's because wife ended up walking into my room like, nigga. So I just shut it down. I don't give no closing or nothing. I just leave. That's why. It'd be the wife.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and let this rock out for a split second so we can see what he's talking about.
Media in the United States, the media has always been deferential to the Zionist narrative, right? Which is why when you look at the TV news, they don't tell you the truth about what's happening in Libya, or they don't tell you the truth about what's happening in Iraq or Iran or Syria or anywhere, because they never will go against Israel and Zionism. And but now they just outright bought CBS News, which includes 60 Minutes and so here they are. They're going to tell you that CBS, this is Barry Weiss's CBS, is going to tell you who Jeffrey Epstein was really looking for.
Poland says it's looking into possible connections between convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and Russian intelligence services. The announcement came after the U.S. Justice Department last week released millions more files related to the federal investigation into Epstein. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk said Tuesday, quote, more and more leads, more and more information, and more commentary in the global press all relate to the suspicion that this unprecedented pedophilia scandal was co-organized by Russian intelligence services.
About any links between Epstein and Russian espionage, our own CBS News' Olivia Gaza.
And let me pause it real quick. Am I muted, man?
No, I can hear you. You good?
Okay, I was gonna say, let me make sure I ain't muted. I keep doing that, man. And when scandals like this threaten powerful people, powerful institutions, they have to protect themselves and the people they love.
They gonna do
it. Yeah, exactly. So when you see that happening, what you're gonna see is them starting to spin narratives. We see it happen on a smaller scale here in the back chat.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Let alone on a big scale. It's the same stuff, man. This is just gang violence on a bigger scale, and that's how you got to start looking at this.
And they got something to protect.
Politics. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
If I'm gonna cut you off, but if we'll do it on the smaller scale with people who back here who they could be bums, don't got nothing going on. These people got something going on. They definitely gonna put it out there because they got something to protect.
Exactly. So they start spinning narratives, though. So the question becomes, instead of who let this happen, who helped make this happen, who enabled it, it becomes to which country is behind this.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like once politics comes into play, accountability tends to get the F out of here. And we probably won't see any ever about this situation, other than Maxine Glaxwell, however you say her name, being locked up for a little bit of time that she was. So
why isn't it for life? But go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead. What was you saying?
No, she is his cohort. You know what I'm saying? She only getting so many years. Now, according to them, you know, I'm throwing up my fingers. Supposedly, Epstein dead. She didn't get life in prison. You got niggas doing life in prison over drug sales. Nigga. You got people doing life in prison over. And I'm not saying two wrongs make it right. So I'm totally not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying. But to be fair, you got people serving life sentences for less. Is what I'm saying. My brother is serving a life sentence right now. Shot a dude in the head with a 12-gauge shotgun. He should be in jail. That nigga should be in prison. He did the crime. He did it. These niggas done traffic kids. Some of these kids wind up dead. Some of them dead. The same way my brother killed somebody dead, but no consequences. Come on, man. Like, who we playing with? You know what I'm saying? They might didn't shoot him in the head with a 12-gauge shotgun, but they let some kind of filthy, dirty old man, filthy, dirty old woman molest him and then killed them because what if that person was like A1? What if that person was like me? One day I'm gonna speak out, or I may be talking trash right now while you're doing it. I may be one of them people who like, yeah, hey, when you get done, I'm gonna call CPS, or I'm gonna call. Yeah, they killed them right then, right there, man. Think about that. And you got people who doing life in jail for killing another adult. They didn't kill kids, and they still get to do what they're doing right now. This Maxine lady from Epstien cohort, she didn't get life in prison, bro. She got double-digit amount of years, and what is it? I think Maxine, what she get? I think it's either 10 years or 15. I could be wrong on that, but I think she got like 10 years or something, bro. That's it. That's it, bro. Come on, man.
Let's go. Let's go. Let me see what Jimmy's talking about.
In Washington spoke to Poland's foreign minister on that. Take a listen.
Well, honey traps. That's a classic KGB tactics. And there seem to have been a lot of horrible...
It's the KGB that hasn't existed for, I don't know, 40 years now, 30 years. It's a classic KGB honeypots. That's what he's talking about. Really? The Mossad doesn't do honeypot? Really? I don't know if you've ever heard of something called...
Let me pause this. Don't make me pull up the clip, y'all, when they said the exact same thing about Hunter Biden's laptop.
What?
Oh, this
Come
is
on,
a classic Russian disinformation campaign.
You don't want to talk about that.
It's been signed off on by 20 intelligence officers. That's what they're saying it is.
Too many, bro.
And they be lying. I did a podcast on that too, when Hunter Biden came out and admitted it was his after they lied to us.
Bro, the nigga,
I know they was mad, like this damn crackhead and threw us under the bus.
That nigga never denied it was his laptop. That nigga said, man, I left my laptop at the hotel after I got done off a bench of doing crack cocaine, bro. Like he said it out of his mouth.
Is a full-fledged note. That's crazy.
Bro, no, bro. I ain't even mad at him, bro. I got crackheads in my family, bro, who will take your PlayStation at your house right now today. Y'all put this nigga in a position of power.
You know your camera cut on?
No, it's off on. Yeah, I know it's on.
Okay.
Yeah, I was saying, bro, they put Hunter Biden in a position of power, knowing that he was this type of nigga. They didn't just find out he was that type of dude. That nigga been doing them drugs for a long time, man. Bro, they put him over another country. They put this nigga over another country to where he got America to funnel money through that country. Bro, Biden wasn't a millionaire when he came into office. See what I'm saying? So how do you leave the office as a millionaire? Just like the rest of them do, a billionaire, some of them. You come into office a regular nigga, regular person.
All of them, damn that shit. I think the list
all of them
didn't get rich in politics.
Come on, man. Now, notice what Trump did. The president pay is $450,000 a year. That's how much the president get paid. Trump said that I make more than that a year. He even offered, why do I gotta do this out the White House? Can I do this out of my house? My house bigger. You know what I'm saying? He donates the check every year, bro. $450,000. He donate that. I wouldn't do that. But at the same time, like you're saying, it's really based off who you know and not what you know, to a certain extent, to where that, man, people like that with immunity, bro, Trump them and Biden them and Obama them and the Clintons them and the Bushes them, who they are is worth more than the dollar bill itself, bro. And when you got immunity, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead and let Jimmy cook.
Go ahead.
Monica Lewinsky. I don't know if you ever heard of that. But that was Israeli. So this guy is, you know, how do you get to be the head of a political group, especially in Poland? He's just a propagandist, and that's what this is. So the propaganda in Europe is they want to have more war with Russia. I don't know where it's coming from, but that's what it is. And so that's what this is. And Barry Weiss's Zionist news media is going to sell you a complete line of complete BS. And
I thought he was going against
if you
me.
believe it, you're the...
Say that again.
I thought he was going against me based off the title, but he actually saying what I've already said. Yeah.
You're the mark. You're the sucker. You're the dummy. Okay, here we go.
Compromise being.
Oh yeah, exactly. We over here saying, man, they trying to run another Russian disinformation campaign.
Yeah.
This was that whole Russian stuff was an American psyop via the Smith-Mundt Act. They can legally run propaganda on the American citizens, not just on foreign countries anymore. So that's what they're doing. From the whole Russians hacked the server. First of all, nothing gets hacked anymore. We had Bill Binney, the guy who created the program to track everything on the internet from the NSA, come out and tell us that has to be a lie. I created the program to track everything. If there was a hack, we know exactly where it came from, who did it, and exactly what they took. Like,
if I can speak, bro, if I can speak on that for a second, hacking. You can go to what is called Napazar or other companies like that. Why is it services for us to spend our money to protect our information if they can't do it? Like, come on, bro. We got whole services that people pay for out their pocket to protect your identity, to tell you when somebody just hits your bank account or just hits your credit card or hits your food stamp card. It's services that exist for the average man, the average dude, just like us. So imagine them. A1 just told y'all about a nigga who created the system telling you that's a lie. Come on, man. But it's still open, right? It's still open, right? Because they want it to be. Come on, man.
Then you got Hillary Clinton in the bathroom with a laptop. Make it make sense.
Man, come on, man. They don't even remember the Hillary Clinton scandal. Hillary Clinton killed so many damn people. When they came to her house to try to find the files, nigga, she destroyed all of them right there that day. Not okay, allegedly. But yeah, that's what. Pizzagate, allegedly.
Juiced. So yes, it requires investigation. Haven't read 3 million pages of this monster seeking Polish children.
So,
first of all, I just want to allow you do the math. Okay, hold on. Let me bring up the calculator. Where my phone at? Because he didn't read no 3 million pages. He lying. I don't think you could read Can you read 3 million pages in a lifetime? How many pages a day is that if you live to be 70? Let's do the math. Because you know what? I'm just pissed off right there. He extra capping. He threw extra sauce on it. He didn't have to do that. How many pages did he say again? You know what? I'm gonna let it slide because I forgot how many pages he said. But I'm on your top, buddy.
Nobody believes that this guy read 3 million pages of anything.
3 million.
Let alone the Epstein files. It's almost like Hillary Clinton is telling them what to say behind the scenes. Honest to God. It's her second favorite thing, fisting her victim until she can work their head like a puppet. Did you really think that Lindsey Graham's, that was his actual voice? She's inside operating like in the Men in Black. Come on. All of this is in defense of the Epstein Island list, and every defender is now technically involved. That's all. So here he's got more to say.
To recruit for his horrible activities. So of course, when Polish citizens.
And 3 million pages a day is 120 pages a day. I mean, 3 million pages is 120 pages a day for 70 years. He didn't read
keeping up with it.
3 million.
Everybody gonna be dead. All of us gonna be dead by then. Well, I'm talking about us that's of age. We're gonna be dead by then. But
he ain't have enough time for that.
Ain't got no time for it. It ain't enough hours in the day.
Why he put an extra sauce on there, I don't know. Go ahead.
Now, imagine this, bro. And me and you like 1 or 2 years apart. So you remember all this too, bro. Bill Clinton, president, caught in the White House with his shit, giving them head, all this. Where did that stuff come from, bro? Like bro, this stuff been going on, bro. and then look at the state where Hillary is at right now, which she was never president, and then look at the state that Bill Clinton in right now. I just want to say that based on what he just said. I just want to say that.
Nisha funny. She said Chat GPT gave him the gist. It had to. Why you come over here and cap? That's what I'm saying. And then they want us to believe them when they come out here and say stuff. They want us to believe them when they say they got our best interest at heart.
At heart, yeah.
They lying, but they can't even get the simple stuff right. So like it's just annoying. It's aggy. It's tiresome. It's
I mean,
draining
what
having to deal with this. It's a narcissistic relationship. No, yeah, definitely narcissistic,
toxic,
and it's a toxic relationship
yeah.
to keep having to come back to these people who lied to us, and we can't cut them off. We have to deal with them. And it's
And you got to fight for that. You got to. I mean, because it's too much power now. Now, if we just think about it fairly, bro. If we think about it fairly, the source that owns anything, and if you're thinking it all the way through, then that's a lot of power. So whoever the source is, whether that's in good hands or bad hands, that's gonna be the information that's filtered, bro. And it just so happened to be in bad hands. And every other government around the world, through every other era, we see the same thing. That's why every person on top have a fall. And I don't want to call it no conspiracy theory. I know me and you already agreed. America, and y'all been hearing this for years, and I'm not doing no fear mongering. I stay here too, but America falling, and that may take longer than our lifespan. Like A1 said, it's 3 million pages, and I'm not saying this have to be the thing to set us on fire. It should be though. These Epstien files and these people names, and this should be what's gonna set us on fire. If you want to, set them on fire. But this would still take another 60, 70 years, even just to hear everything. So it's definitely gonna be stuff that happened in between the 60 and 70 years, A1. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna forget, or it might not be as relevant over time. But right now, I don't see nothing, bro. I'm talking about like racism, sexism, classism. I don't see nothing that should put a country in the uproar more than what we're seeing right now when it comes to adults manipulating these children, bro.
That's big facts.
Real talk.
This is why people don't automatically trust official explanations anymore. Years of intelligence failures, misinformation campaigns, psyops, politicized investigations, and goofies in office is what's keeping people from trusting these folks. So skepticism isn't irrational. So I hate when people be acting like I'm not using logic and I'm tripping. Like, no, bro. Like, how you can't see this stuff right in front of you? So yeah,
it's bad.
It's bad. It's bad.
Go ahead.
Today it seemed like all these leaks coming out in waves too, the partial releases, them redacting all this stuff, all the anonymous sources. That's what is creating another sense of anxiety in the people about how they're doing things, because it's like, man, there's no transparency, man. Y'all playing. Why release anything if this what y'all gonna release? Just not. You could have held this. All this did was piss us
I
off.
think it's something. I think it's something, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Overall, if you weren't just gonna release everything unredacted, then yeah. But even though they did release it the way that they did release it, I think it's it's one of those situations where like it's better than nothing. Because for example, people have always seen pictures with let's just say Trump and Epstein. But then you read these documents, the documents say that Epstein hated Trump. He couldn't stand that name. That's what the documents say. He couldn't stand Trump. It says hate, that he hated Trump. So,
but see, it's a bunch of narratives going out, and that's the thing. When they not fully transparent, and then we getting this information redacted, and the way we getting it, like it creates a foggy situation, and that's
and
where
then we see
bad
then we read the same.
narratives live. You know what I'm saying? So
Bad narrative, yeah. No. I know me and you not fooled by this. I'm saying this because I know some people listening. You go look at Oprah. Oprah is in them same files over 1,000 times, bro.
mhm.
And not he ain't saying that he hate her or Jay-Z is in there. I'm not just trying to name black people. It's other white people too that we know. You know what I'm saying? Bushes and Clintons and all that stuff. It's funny how the only focus and is on a person who a person don't like. But if we're being fair, like me and you being fair the whole night, everybody is in them files, bro.
Everybody. And Nisha said you're
Everybody.
right. Nisha says you're right. They tried to remove themselves from Epstein like they did Diddy.
Just
And
like they did it, bro.
and to
Bro,
add to that
come on,
point, Diddy actually had the same lawyer as
oh,
Epstein.
Young Thug,
He had
same nigga. What's his name?
it was a female. It was a female. It was
Yeah.
Robert Comey's daughter, I believe. She was the
I'm talking
one
about
who
the
was
nigga
his
from
lawyer.
Young Thug case. My
So
bad.
there's definitely Epstein ties there. You know, we may do a podcast specifically on that. That's going to be a presentation if I put that together. I'm actually about to get back into doing the politics presentations and putting
That
my
might be
own
your
stuff
lane.
together.
A1. That might be your lane, bro.
Start grabbing
That
my
might,
own video clips and breaking them down because
that's the stuff you into, bro. Like
instead of
real
doing the
talk.
watch
Yeah.
videos, man, because I feel like I'm better at it. I got a lot more to say than what they doing, and there's a bunch of clips
See?
that I would add. I would go back in the past a little bit to show you either what they said different or how this is confirming what
Come
they've
on, man.
always been saying, and people just haven't been listening to it.
That's your real passion right there, bro. That's your real passion. Just like my wrestling stuff, which you see me revamping my channel. That's what you talking about right now. I've been seeing you do that for years. You know, I talk about the Bible. You talk about atheism, all that other stuff or whatever. But your passion though, yeah. I've been seeing you do that since I met you, bro.
Yeah,
You
I've
know
been
what
doing
I'm
the
saying? And I
podcast.
can't talk politics with everybody. Now I may bring up a subject because it's something that's like mainstream, but like talking about politics, yeah, I could talk about politics with you and you would understand to where even if we disagree, ain't nobody mad at each other, but we understand where the other party coming from. We can't do that with everybody, bro. So I think that's your lane. I think that's one of your lanes, bro.
That's facts. That's facts. I appreciate you. All right,
Real
I'm gonna let
talk.
Jimmy get it in.
Either harmed or doing harm, we investigate.
And Poland's Prime Minister Donald Tusk said that any compromising material that Russia might have gotten could still be used today, which then, he said, creates risks to democratic institutions along with national security. He also called Epstein's network a satanic circle of pedophiles and said that any links whatsoever will have to be clarified.
So that's what CBS News wants you to think, just like they wanted you to think that Russiagate was real and that Russia had all this compromising material on President Trump. And it turns out it was Israel.
Yeah.
Turns out it was Israel. Israel is the one who is controlling Donald Trump and most of our politicians. Turns out it's not Russia. That was always a misdirection. And the reason why the Russiagate thing worked and they pushed Russiagate so hard was because they had in the chamber a war with Russia via the Ukraine coming. They were provoking a war with Russia because they wanted a war with Russia because they thought they were going to be able to, that Russia was weak and they would be able to take it over and balkanize it, meaning they would be able to do a color revolution inside Russia, and that they would crush them economically, crush them with this war, weaken them, and then split it up and sell it off to BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street. That was their idea. Didn't work. They were.
Everybody's seen what happened, bro. It's been happening for the last 3-4 years. Everybody's seen when Ukraine went up against Russia, and if you know the inside story, Putin and Russia feel like that's already their territory. That's theirs. That's been theirs for thousands of years. Ukraine feel like, okay, we independent and we got America backing us, so we want to become our own pretty much sovereign state, if you want to even give it that name. They went to war. Look at what's going on, bro. Russia killed the hell out of all them Ukrainians, bro. It wasn't even a matchup, bro. That's like the Big Show going against Rey Mysterio or something. It wasn't even a matchup, bro. They destroyed them dudes. And the only reason why they felt like they had the power was for what John just said. They felt like, hey, America backing us, so we got all the power we need. Y'all seen what happened, right? We
Yeah, we
sent
sent
them
them
people,
boys to the slaughter,
bro.
man. That's crazy.
Bro, we sent them people billions of dollars, bro. We sent them people jets and airplanes and tanks and rocket launchers and guns and bro, we spent this was just 2-3 years ago, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Think about
talk about it.
I know. Think about what the economy for America looked like 2 or 3 years ago. Eggs was like what, $4 a fucking egg or some shit. Like, come on, bro. Think about what our economy was like when they was doing this.
It was bad.
Like, bro, y'all ain't putting the pieces together, bro. I ain't saying you. I'm talking about certain people. People ain't putting the pieces together, bro. Like, y'all got to catch up. So, A1, you following this politics stuff, bro? This stuff will really matter, bro. This stuff is, man, sorry, bro. And if you can make a dent, have a voice in this world, in this particular side of it, yeah, bro. I think this your lane, bro. You know what I'm
And then
saying?
the whole
And this not for
Russia
everybody.
Ukraine thing is really over natural gas going into Europe. Like,
No. It was
America
over with.
want a
No, it
piece
was
of that.
over.
You know, if you
No,
know
no,
about
no.
the Nord
A1,
Stream,
it was over.
Nord Stream
It was over what
2,
John said. What
them
John
blowing
said, that's
that
what it was
up,
over.
you would be
America thought we had an upper hand to eliminate Putin. Because Ukraine, I don't know where you stay at. Ukraine is like Texas to Oklahoma. It's only a line that separates that. It's the same shit. It's just a line, right? America thought that since they was cool with the Ukraine people, that they could attack Russia and get their plan on. Like I told you, it's only 3 superpowers, bro. Us, China, and Russia. Russia number 3 by force. China number 2 by strategic, and we number 1 for whatever fucking reason, because we manufacture a lot of stuff, right? They thought that they could eliminate China because they was as close as 9 is to 10 with Ukraine and Russia, bro. And Putin showed them, y'all tripping. Like you said, slaughtered them. Putin didn't want to do that, bro. He didn't want to do that. He was already saying, hey, this is Russia. This area is Russia. That's like me and you saying, don't forget, I stay in Texas, bro. Texas is pretty much Mexico, bro. You hear me? But don't forget, remember the Alamo. You know that saying, remember the Alamo. That fight was because America wanted to put them borderlines. That's the same thing Putin was saying. Bro, Ukraine is Russia.
And that whole situation is like, what's a city that's in southern Texas? El Paso, something like that.
A city, El Paso, Austin,
Okay,
Dallas.
So let's say one of them cities. Like you say, it's mostly Mexican. They close to the border.
Yeah, there's a lot of Mexicans out here. Yeah.
But these people want to be Americans. So
right.
America at this point is Russia, and Mexico is going to be Ukraine. Ukraine is shelling and dropping bombs on southern Texas to these people. That would be the Donbass area, and it got crazy, man. Like,
but they should. But watch this. If I'm Ukraine and Putin is Russia, and he's saying that this is Russia, right? We are afforded the amenities that we have because of our protection by us being connected to Russia. I would just go and yield, bro. My lifestyle wouldn't change. It would still be the same based off of the person who I'm really beefing with when it comes to Russia and Ukraine. It's just like Mexico and Texas. Even though Texas is Mexico, us having Tex-Mex and all this shit, tacos and fries, all this, their lifestyle wouldn't change just because they yielded to the American government. Y'all doing the same thing. So why even put up a whole war when you know you're going to lose anyway?
Yeah, this has been going on for a long time, though. Even back to when they installed Klitschko as the president.
Oh no, that was going on before America was a thing. Yeah.
And then we have Victoria Nuland and her phone calls released. I don't know if anybody remembers ever hearing those. I did some podcasts on those. How they were planning the coup and the next president they were going to install, and the phone call got leaked, recorded and leaked somehow. Shout out to whoever did that. Without whistleblowers, we would they would literally have their whole arm up our arse from knuckle to elbow, and it would just be bad. So,
Nah, for real.
you know, it is just be bad.
Knuckle to elbow, nigga.
Let me go ahead and let Jimmy cook, man.
Willing to crush the European economy by to get this done. They blew up the Nord Stream pipeline, which took cheap energy from Russia going to Europe.
Oh,
and
wait,
they got rid of it.
that's crazy.
So now
I
just
was
started
just
talking about
gonna
the
say
Nord
I
Stream
don't want to
pipeline.
stop it.
That's what I was saying.
You remember that, right?
This is all about natural gas.
You remember
and-
that? Yes,
Man,
you
we
remember
not.
that, bro?
I was just telling somebody this earlier. We not over there for nothing. Like, stop thinking we care about the people. Like that means you falling victim to the propaganda and the consent that they've been manufacturing through demonizing the other has worked on you, because we don't even care about our own people. We ain't gave
So how
our
we gonna care
own
about
homeless
them?
people houses.
Come on now.
We not
Come
housing
on
our
now.
own veterans and giving them the mental
Come
health
on,
they
A1.
need. They stepping over homeless black veterans, and you know what? Let me not go there. But
No,
they
go
don't
there.
care
No,
about the
go
people
there.
here.
No,
Hurricanes
go
sweeping the
there.
nation. Wildfires sweeping the nation. Nobody doing anything about it. So let's not act like we can't even get our own elections right, but we dropping bombs somewhere else because we don't like
for their
quality of their
morality,
elections. We got to be
for
honest.
their morality, because they
We
doing
got to
something
be
wrong.
honest. So
You
when
gotta
is it
be out
cool?
your
Then?
damn mind.
It's cool when we do it. What if somebody don't like the quality of our elections and they want to bomb, drop a bomb
Yeah,
over here?
that'll be
We got to be
unfair
careful what we
and
condone, because
come on,
it's all cool until the rabbit got the gun.
come on.
And
Now
that's
I will
why
say this.
we have to show restraint even with our enemy, because we don't want to become our enemy. Go ahead.
And we're not delusional. Now, don't get me wrong. Me and A1 not delusional. Somebody got to be on top. Yeah, somebody gonna be on top. America is how they say the police of the world. You know, they you can't do this, we're gonna go in there and take it from you. Oh, you can do this, we gonna, you know what I'm saying? Even though we have as much freedom as any country on this planet, right? I ain't gonna lie to you. I would rather be a part of the country that's on top. If I can be selfish for a minute, I would rather be a part of the country that is on top, that's trying to get people to adjust to our lifestyle, than to be a part of the country who is subjected to living by another person's lifestyle. I'm just being honest, right? So, but it's still unfair though, because we are hypocrites as Americans to go judge other countries based off their morality when we're not holding that same standard to our own people. And it's never going to be perfect, of course. It's going to always be flawed. You know, stuff going to happen. You know, but we are more messed up in America than a lot of these other countries are. But we go over there and dictate what they should do and how they should live, to the point to where we would take. We think that we big and bad and bold enough to go take Ukraine, bro. Ukraine, this little small little dot. Do you know how big Russia is? Russia have more land than any other nation on earth. China, big. China, you know, the people they conquer is big as hell. China number 2. Based
You
off
know what?
land mass,
I think
Russia
I just
number.
realized. I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think I just realized what Horses Unite second was saying, because she said Russia wants it as a buffer zone, and I wasn't completely understanding what she was saying.
Come on.
I think I've heard the term before. I just can't remember. I think that because what America essentially is trying to do, or I don't know if I should say America. I think the better term would
America.
be, well, yeah,
We the
but
pawn. We the pawn, bro. I mean, I'm not the
but
pawn,
even
but we the
America is a
queen.
pawn to somebody else. So I mean,
Yes,
it's
I'm
just,
saying, yeah, we the queen to the person who playing.
so now we playing semantics on geopolitics, I guess we could say. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But
different.
and I don't want to argue past you. That's why I'm just trying to clarify what I'm
No,
trying.
no. I'm with you. No, keep going. No, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you at all.
But okay, so we could say America, we can say NATO as well. We're annexing Russia in. We're trying to put NATO aligned countries all along the border of Russia. And you know what
Right.
comes with being a member of NATO.
Ukraine. Yes. Come
The
on.
missile
Come on.
systems and
Come on.
the defense systems and the
They
bases.
can't have them.
And
They
they're
can't
like,
have them,
whoa,
but we
whoa,
can.
whoa, you guys are doing too much, man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
already said that you wouldn't move an inch to the west, you know.
And you did it.
And look at, you know, you guys have been doing everything in everything you can to do that since you said that. So we let it slide long enough. We're not sliding on Ukraine, and we're not budging.
We're not doing it.
We're not even gonna trip about you blowing up our Nord Stream pipeline. Like, you know, we're gonna let it all go, and we're gonna keep calling for peace. We see how we're gonna let you keep slandering us and running this crazy narrative on TV, and we gonna sit here and because we really want peace, but y'all, you know, it's only so much y'all can do. If you back a squirrel into a corner, it's gonna bark like a dog. I don't know if you know that, but
it's gonna
put
fight
one in the corner and find out.
It's gonna fight for its life. No, I'm with you on that. I feel like Israel is how we talk about like Illuminati and stuff like that. Israel, Netanyahu, and all that, they the master behind the puppet. You know, and the puppet is America. You know, they use America to do all the stuff that they want to do, but they can't do it off top because they don't want the blame as being so-called people of God.
Israel is also, Israel's I'm sorry, America is the puppet of a couple different people. We used to be Saudi Arabia's bitch too, but not so much anymore. I don't.
That's why they killed. That's why they killed whatchamacallit. So that we can eliminate that problem. Like you said, it used to be. Yeah, that's why.
I think with the ramping up of what they're doing in the Middle East and Palestine, Saudi Arabia, there's a lot of stuff going on in the oil world. They denied us a bunch of oil that we usually rely on.
They
that was when
our
Biden
ass,
was in office, though. But yeah, they're not in support of us funding a genocide against a Muslim nation.
Bro, we went over there and it worked for like what 20, 25 years. It worked. But those kids started growing up and they started saying, hold up, y'all American niggas is tripping. Bro, we ran out of that country, bro.
And we're gonna play a clip of that.
Did you not see niggas hanging on to the plane, nigga, that was leaving? But we lost that shit. we lost that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like you're saying, I shout, man. Say,
you know what? I see we got some Canada people in here. We're gonna go over some Canada politics here shortly, just for Horses Unite. Even though it may be some stuff that's not necessarily a current event.
Shout out to Chris Jericho, Chelsea Green, Ethan Page. I can name some Canadians. Come on, let's go.
We're gonna do some Canada news because there's some stuff that's been going on.
I know y'all national anthem. I can sing y'all like I'll sing mine.
Jimmy
out. Europe's hurting economically. They're paying 2, 3, sometimes 4 times the amount they need for energy, and we know what that does to your manufacturing base when you have to pay that much more. So that's what this always was about. That's why Russiagate, they pushed it so hard so they could use it, and now they're trying to go back to that. Well, Russia has all this compromise, so they're doing the same playbook. Barry Weiss, because she's horrible and she's not smart at all. Barry Weiss, she's a very mediocre mind. And takes one to know one. That's how I know it. And so they're still trying to do it. And if you fall for it, you're a sucker. That's CBS News. Oh, here's Reuters. Oh, Reuters also doing it? Yes. Tell me the Zios don't run the media. Poland to probe possible links between Epstein and Russia. Here's the Washington Post. Epstein built ties to Russia and sought to meet Putin. Files show. So here we are. Here's the Daily Mail. Daily Mail's Epstein sex empire was honey trap, directed by KGB. Oh my God! I thought, of course, and Trump, and then they also hacked into the DNC servers, and Seth Rich didn't happen, and blah blah blah. And yeah, and Russiagate is real. That's what this sounds like. Russiagate is real. It's Russia. I like this. Russians, I knew it was the Russians, even when 3 million documents all pointed to it being Israel. I knew it had to be the Russians. I knew it. So Jeffrey Epstein wanted to take over Russia as well, and it just didn't work out. Just didn't work out. And they know better than the anyway, it's just so Russiagate sounding a lot like Ziogate, if you ask me. The one thing that powerful do not want anyone to do now is to investigate. That's what they don't want you to do. Just believe Barry Weiss, and she literally shapeshifts right before your eyes. Let's keep going.
Pause there.
It says the whole world knows.
That's clickbait. I mean, for the people who paying attention, of course, like me, A1, and the brother video that we playing, it's easy to see that this nigga Zelensky is an Israel nigga. But go ahead, bro. Press play. Press the play button, A1.
I'm over here muted. My bad, man. I was over here saying that Epstein's reach was so wide that people assumed there had to be more than one person running things, which is what I believe as well. You know, whether that's true or not, the perception exists because powerful people across sectors are connected to him. So recognize that, remember that. The headline really should be public trust in legacy media is near historic lows. That's really what the headline should be.
It should be who's taking the fall. Like that's what it should be. You know what I'm saying? And you can put several names behind that. Of course, how we said Epstein or Diddy or whatever. It's all sexual stuff. You know. Go ahead.
Yeah. But really, the big thing is when media outlets like this that missed or downplayed parts of this story now try to come out with confident explanations and say it was Russia. Like, we're going to instantly doubt you. Like, at first this wasn't true, it wasn't happening, and now you have the answers. Like, wait, whoa. When
smart people will. Smart people would catch that. But then that's the reason why platforms exist. You know, for the and I don't mean this in a bad way, but for the less intelligent to get the information on the level that they receive it. You know what I'm saying? Because what's true, how we saying with the Russia stuff and all that stuff has always been true. They've been blaming Russia since the early 1900s. For anybody who was just paying attention, you would see, okay, that you would have known that back then. But then it takes to 2026 and watch this, everybody still haven't woke up. You get what I'm saying? And let's just acutely give it 50%. Only 50% of America have woke up to say that, hey, all these niggas are lying to us. All these people lying to us about this Russia stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's still not 100% understood. So, you know, and that's why it's gonna last for the next 60 to 70 years for people like you and I or journalists and all that. Like, we got to die off in order for them to get their way. You know what I'm saying? As long as we exist, it can't be. There's never going to be a one world government where it talks about one currency. You know, everybody gonna operate off of this one currency. It got to be one leader, not just over a country, but over the world. You know what I'm saying? It got to be one religion. That stuff. I know you're not a Bible believer, but I know you know the Bible. In order for it to be one currency, which we can see, there's going to be digital numbers on the screen. The one world religion. Do what you want to do. Why should we blame Epstein and them for doing what they did to kids when, hey, you doing what you want to do? You can get high, you can get drunk, you can divorce your wife, you can cheat on your husband, you can, like, everything is acceptable. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm coming from, bro. But go ahead.
Nisha Shirai says it's a lot of them who took a L, but nobody really took a huge hit behind any of this.
Not
And
sure, yeah.
that's the problem. And that is the problem. I think the real
The problem is
question
the jail
isn't
time. You hear me? Not financial,
Mhm.
not how much money you got to pay, not no how, the consequence should be jail time. You should be locked up in a way to where you can't operate the way that you used to operate before you was locked up. That should be the punishment, unless it's death.
And I'm
So I agree with. I'm talking about anybody, bro. I don't care if you're a thief. You can be a thief and not a pedophile. You can be a murderer and not a pedophile. You can be a pedophile and not a murderer. You can be, all those consequences should be the same. You being locked up for a certain amount of time to where you can get the right grasp on what you believe and make that right. So I feel her. I feel if well it's a Nisha, but if it's a girl, I feel her on her comments.
Yeah, when she says it's a lot of them who took a L, it makes me think about like the people who benefit from this actually, this lie being out there. Um but also the real question isn't which country benefits from the narrative. I guess it's who
The person,
protected this network, who
yeah,
ignored the warning signs,
yeah, yeah,
who is avoiding consequences.
yes.
Those are the real questions we should be asking.
Mm-hmm.
And this is wild, man.
No, hey, well, let me say it like this, bro. You got your own platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can try to do everything by yourself, but to a certain point, you understand it's smart to have a team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with a team, that the individuals who are gonna be a part of the team, they're gonna have their own stuff. Even if we agree on this, that make us a team, they're gonna have their own stuff that can go down a rabbit hole. And that's all that this is. That's all that this is. You know what I'm saying? It's a network that was started by an individual who most people agree with, and then it went down a rabbit hole. But who it it ain't even about who the person who started it, right? It's not solely about the one that started it. It's about everybody who agreed with the ideology, and that's why they should have consequences and should be punished if they come to jail. You ain't got to be the one who started it, but you understood what the plan was, and you agreed to it, and that was to sex traffic, abuse kids, connect with this Epstien nigga. I don't care what your role was. I don't care if you sold cars or a celebrity or president or whatever. The thing was to hook up with this Epstien dude to let me know that you down. Whatever Epstien said, if Epstien said you was down, okay, I agree that you down. And in order for you to be down, you had to be into this child sex trafficking, human sex trafficking, getting what you want, getting your nuts, getting your, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, so.
That's wild. Crazy word.
Right. So all of them should be convicted. It don't matter who started it. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter who started it. I mean, I ain't saying it don't matter at all, but you agreed to it, is what I'm saying. So all y'all are just as guilty as the person who started it.
Facts.
My bad. I know I was a little long-winded, but that's what I'm saying.
No, I ain't tripping shit.
Jeffrey Epstein was working,
Break it
who
down.
Jeffrey Epstein was working for, except generously paid Western mainstream journalists and commentators, apparently. Because when everything else fails, the Red Scare remains the one tested and true tactic of this patriarchal bunch. There you go.
And
Epstein was
that's
Jewish.
exactly what we just said. Like exactly what I was just pointing out. Like they downplay this shit, act like it didn't happen, act like it's a conspiracy, and then all of a sudden these same people pop out with confident, chest out, acting like they got the truth. Like, man, sit your ass down somewhere, man. We weren't listening to you then. We ain't listening to you now. Like, your opinion is not needed, not wanted, wasn't asked for. Take that shit somewhere else, man. I just got mad because that shit pissed me off, man. And he just hit that point home on the head. It's funny, I stopped the video and said, what he was about to go into before he broke it down.
No.
That's because I really
Right.
do.
And what we just say, niggas should be mad, bro. Niggas should have been mad, bro. And I don't mean niggas as in like black, but we should have been mad a long time ago, bro. But go ahead.
Because Ghislaine Maxwell was Jewish and her father was Mossad, so the operation was Russian. Was Russian. Had to be Russian. This is the most difficult question in the world. Let's watch this.
Who did Jeffrey Epstein work for? Apparently, depending on who you ask, this is the most difficult question in the world. There's nowhere in those 3 million files released by the FBI is there an indication about who the world's wealthiest and most powerful blackmailer may have spent decades passing across some of the most incredible blackmail material ever collected in the history of espionage to? Or, it's the Russians. Because clearly, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, if you're Vladimir Putin and you've apparently spent decades getting about half of the entire US economic and political establishment on tape, committing crimes that laws haven't been invented for yet, you will take this amazing leverage and watch the same people slowly turn NATO's not 1 inch eastward into US military bases right next to you in Poland and Lithuania and Latvia and Estonia and Romania, and you do nothing about it. Then you'd watch them stage a coup next door to you in 2014, resulting in the deaths of ethnic Russians.
That's what we was just saying. They trying to annex him in. They trying to put the bases all along the border, and he like, man, y'all tripping, bro.
He ain't stupid, bro.
Y'all can't take over no more territories right here on my border, man. No more missiles on my border, bro.
Bro, if you could right now, bro, go pull up a map right now and show out of the top 3 countries how much land each one. Russia has the most land mass, bro.
Look,
that nigga Putin ain't stupid, bro.
But you can't tell people nothing. If they didn't realize it was some bullshit when America said Russia is trying to overthrow a sovereign nation, a ruler, whatever.
Sovereign?
Like, man, that's what we do for breakfast. What
Thank you. Come on.
So now all of a sudden they outraged?
Nah, it's a problem.
We do regime change before
every 4 years.
Hit lunch break, bro.
Every 4 years, nigga.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. They don't see it. They don't see it. They don't see it. Now, watch this. Putin has been the same nigga for the last 20 years. Same nigga in the seat. So he had to deal with Trump. He had to deal with Bush. He had to deal with Biden. You know what I'm saying? Same nigga. Now, I ain't saying which system is the best because we definitely don't want a dictatorship. We don't want one like North Korea. You know what I'm saying? We don't want a dictatorship. But at the same time, we switch up every 4 years. Putin has been the same nigga who dealt with every person that we've had since we've been alive for the last 20 years. Come on, man. Who y'all playing with? That nigga ain't stupid, bro. That nigga see, I got the biggest landmass. America, now this is what's funny, A1. This is what's funny. America has the smallest landmass. Russia has the most, even though they're number 3. You hear me? China has the second most, and they number 2. America number 1, and we have the least landmass, bro, of all 7 continents. Think about that, A1. Think about that, bro.
I hear you.
I'm saying, does that kind of spark the brain, bro? We the big dog with the less landmass, and we're saying Russia. We putting Russia in the number 3 spot, as in who can be a world power. Who can be a world power? It's supposed to be America, China, Russia. But Russia had the most.
It's a big gang war, and the people with the territories are the gangs, and they fighting over who gonna control what regions. They trying to position themselves for power. It ain't no different than what we see in Chicago.
Come on,
no different than LA and with the Bloods and the Crips and the folks.
Break this shit down,
and
bro.
all the Offset. I mean, and all the renegade gangs that's coming off of them. So
it's like controlling pods, right?
Controlling pods.
It's like controlling pods. You're not wrong. It's like control. Hey, it's the same strategy.
And you don't control a pod. A pod usually runs like a car anyway. So
it's government in that pod.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. It's a sense of government. It ain't no one leader for real. Somebody will be a lead of a car. You still have your right hand. You still have your passenger, and the 2 people in the back.
You got your vice president. You got your chief of staff. Come on.
And your head of security. So
there you go. Come on. It's the same shit, just on the bigger, well, a
exactly.
pod wise, smaller scale, same shit on the bigger scale. Yeah, I'm with you. I brought that up for a reason. Yeah.
So nobody really runs it. But yeah, there
It
is
should be like that
calling the
though. No,
shots.
you're right. It should. Yeah. It should be like that. But America, not like you said, it's how we just broke that down. It should be that way that you just explained. But it's not like that. Some of these niggas frauds, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because if we can touch you niggas like it is in the pod, you can touch the niggas you're talking to. You can touch the people who follow. You can't. I can't touch Trump. You can't touch Trump. You know what I'm saying? We can't touch Vladimir Putin. We can't touch. You know what I'm saying? So
I got some crazy stories. I got one of my homies in there I'm about to do an interview with.
You should be doing some documentaries, bro. Like, I don't, as much time as you put into like doing your artwork that you do on the channel, bro, with the, you can take that same time and focus on one subject for an hour and 30 minutes and get the people that you need to get to speak on that subject and put out, I ain't saying stop what you're doing now, but I'm saying, and put that shit in the documentary, bro. And it's so many subjects right now, bro. You can go from atheism to Christianity to politics to this or that. Get top niggas that you can get. I ain't saying you can get everybody. You know what I'm saying? Who you can get, bro, and spend that same time you spend on graphics and all that stuff into editing documentaries, bro. You could do that, bro.
It's a good
You
idea,
could.
man. I might think
You
about
could.
it.
Yeah, I probably couldn't. You could though, bro. You could do that shit, bro. I see you do it every day. You don't even know you already doing it. You already
Yep, I
doing it.
just got to put a couple of these together. Yeah, coming soon,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Coming
yeah,
soon.
yeah,
There we go. I
yeah.
got a layout that complements the background a little bit. We can see a little bit of that artwork you was talking about, man. Shout out me on the
You know I
animation.
shot you out on that oil work. Hey man, your oil work, yeah. That shit. My brain calls second to none. So far, your oil work, yeah, that shit second to none, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
And
Appreciate
they
it.
just mean number one. They just mean number one. You know.
It's light work to me, man. Like you say, I do this. I
See what
do
I'm
this
saying?
AK, man.
Bro, you're doing it for fun. Now watch this. I understand it. I'm dropping my channel and all that. You finna see the stuff that I do when it comes to like editing, creating, and all that. I do it for wrestling, so I get where you coming from. But you're doing it for a media that's popping right now. I don't really have that same passion. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, you can definitely do that shit, bro. And then you work your way. I think you should work your way up from that to like movies or some shit, bro.
I'm waiting for just a real big company to see me, man, and pay me the millions I'm worth, man. You know,
I mean, passion
underworked and
converts, bro.
overpaid. You know,
I'm saying passion.
that's
I'm not saying that for your value, dollar worth, which it that does play the factor. I'm saying I think from what I see, that's your passion. So of course somebody gonna eventually pay you off of it. You know what I'm saying? But I think your passion and what you're doing, yeah, bro, you can be better than a lot of niggas that I see that ain't even doing the stuff that you doing in just a different lane. That's what I'm saying. Just a different lane, bro. You know
appreciate you.
Same stuff, different lane, bro.
Coming soon, man. Be on the lookout, man.
Let's work.
Looking for a manager? Nobody? Submit your application.
Hey, if you put me in the room with them, no, I think I can be a wrestler. I mean, that's funny you said that, bro. I love wrestling. I love WWE. I ain't trying to be. If I had to have my dream, I ain't trying to be a wrestler. I would like to be the manager of a nigga who wrestling. You know what I'm saying? But probably couldn't, talk how I could talk or whatever, and just talk him up, whatever. Whether he a bad dude or a good dude, that would be my, like me personally, that would be my ultimate dream, bro. To make a check for talking for a nigga who I can't do what he doing, and then he can't do what I'm doing. So we see the value in each other. That would be my ultimate dream, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but no, I'm not your manager, bro. We both would need.
I know.
A manager.
I was talking shit. You know.
No, I know. But watch this. I'm being realistic with it though. Let's say you did meet a manager and you was like, oh, I got a team of niggas. Oh, I got some niggas I can talk to. I would like to be one of them niggas in that category to make you look impressive to that person.
Let's go, man. I'll keep you in mind, brother. I keep
you
in mind.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Like real talk.
Somebody
And
to
I,
rep
I may not,
brand.
I may not be that person. I ain't talking about like no ass kisser or nothing like that. But whatever value that I would have, and I think my value is talking. You know, I love to talk.
Somebody to
But
represent
whatever,
the brand in a professional way, man. I know what you're talking about.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna let Jimmy do
I know my role. I know my role.
Let's
Even
get it.
if other niggas don't know their role, no, don't get me wrong. I think more of my role, but I know my role at the same time. I want to be that nigga. I'm gonna be that nigga all that, but I ain't got to be that nigga in this relationship. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. Like I know my role, bro. You know what I'm saying, and I maybe that come from being married. You know what I'm saying, but yeah, I know how to be a husband, father, all that. So in business, I know how to be the president and the vice president, or if I'm just the chief at war. You know what I'm saying? Like I know how to. What's my role? You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's let Jimmy
Let's
Dore
get
kick his 1-2.
And he'd only
Come
take
on,
the most
Jimmy.
conservative action. Eventually in 2022, when they start making noises about turning your longest land border into NATO territory, and you finally did something about it, the same people on whom you apparently have 20 plus years worth of HD blackmail footage showing them committing crimes that we don't even have names for yet, will then impose just about every sanction in the book on you, attempt to destroy your currency, blow up your Nord Stream pipeline and blame it on you, and then seize $400 billion worth of your financial assets. And they would arm this large patch of wheat next door and turn it into the world's weirdest proxy military for the sole purpose of tying you up in war. And knowing fully well that you could make their entire government collapse with just one document leaked by an intrepid journalist, you would do nothing. I mean, you'd have to be a genius on the level of a mainstream Western journalist for this scenario to make sense, because clearly these guys are geniuses.
Let me begin tonight with something that I think is even more important, even more extraordinary. Growing suspicions of a Russian connection. Epstein had apparently limitless supplies of money. Where did it come from? The FBI says that he was Putin's wealth manager.
He really kept a straight face in everything. Now, of course, over here in the real world, we know that Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent, working with Israeli training alongside a network of Jewish and Israeli business and political elites to advance the interests of the Israeli state, whose flag is a blue and white Star of David. Did I mention Israel? Israel. And we know this because he freaking said so in the files that the FBI released, which the genius Western mainstream reporters are quoting. His conversation records with ex-Israeli Prime Minister and former Defense Minister Ehud Barak said so. Heck, the FBI itself said so. So except we're meant to ignore Epstein's own words, ignore the FBI's professional assessment,
Pause that, bro. Pause that.
I mean, so this is right from the file.
Before he even say what he finna say, I know me and you finna say it first. As I just said, he was the white nigga that could go to every country and let the other white niggas know, okay, he cool. Okay, she cool. Okay, they cool. He was. That's what Epstein role was. Epstein role was to play the person to get dirt on these other people, and the only dirt, think about it, was sexual, bro. Sexual dirt. Go ahead.
Oh, hey, yeah, you had asked me to pause it, but we know intelligence agencies from multiple countries knew something was going on.
Come on.
I think the question is whether they enabled what was going on, and I think that that's where any investigations that come out should focus. I think that's what the mainstream media talking points should be focusing on. Of course, they're not going to focus on that. That's why you have to come to Poli-Tricks here on Coliseum of Arguments or Titans Debate League to get a bite of that, because they're not going to do that for you. They're not going to tell you the truth. They're here to give you the sugar-coated lies.
That's true. We threw a flag on the play, or we didn't throw a flag, but that was something we should throw a flag. I'm not saying that the system is corrupted, bro. Me personally, I'm not saying the system is corrupted. I'm saying the people who are in power don't abide by the system. I think the system is a good system to a certain extent. To a certain extent, I think it's a good system. But the people who, again, are in power of that system, they play the role that they play. You know, and it's just like a football game. You know, the referee get to choose when to throw a flag or not.
That's facts. That's facts. And every time that there's a scandal involving heads of state, major elites, presidents, they're talking about Putin, Epstein, like anytime these names are involved or names on this level are involved, it always usually turns into an information war. You're gonna keep seeing more leaks coming out, so be on the lookout for stuff like that. And that's pretty much them trying to do narrative control. People trying to control the story. Different media
Don't come
outlets are about to start taking sides.
It's gonna come out. Yep.
You know, I guess the American people, black folks, niggas in the hood, we're gonna get caught in a narrative
And we
war, pretty much. And we're not gonna get facts. We're gonna get bullshit. So
No, you're
look,
gonna get both
that.
of it. No, you're gonna get the fact, and then you're gonna get the bullshit too, right? They're gonna promote the bullshit more. That's what it is. You're gonna get the facts, but the bullshit is gonna be so. It's like a cake, you know. As long as you put that good frosting on it, hey man, that cake could look like whatever. You can even shape the cake to look like a helmet or a heel or a boot or something. You know what I'm saying? But the base of the cake, that's where you can tell if it's corruption. Did they use old flour? What if the milk was spoiled? You know what I'm saying? What if the eggs was outdated? You know what I'm saying? That's where the true test at. But if I can get you to just taste the frosting and taste the sprinkles, you know what I'm saying? Then okay, that's how you gonna remember. So that's what they doing, bro. America has been outed a long time ago, man. We've been outed, and I love my country. I love it. I love America. I love the ideas out there, but we've been outed for a while. Every government is corrupt, but our government is like more corrupt than like like corruption itself, bro. Like we allow everything, not just some stuff. We allow everything, bro. And now it's being exposed to the point to where we even allow child pedophilia. I disagree with LGBT standards and stuff like that, and I think most people will. In some countries, it's outlawed to the point to where it's the death penalty. Everybody disagrees with a pedophile, though. Everybody. And America have shown that we want to be the police of every other nation, while at the same time letting pedophilia run our nation, bro. And that's what it comes down to.
This is the FBI, and the FBI say Epstein belonged to both U.S. and allied intelligence agencies. Epstein was close to the former Prime Minister of Israel, Ehud Barak, and trained as a spy under him. That's the FBI telling you that. Okay. All right.
That is professional assessment. Ignore the fact that he helped Ehud Barak broker an Israeli security arrangement with Mongolia and sell surveillance services to Cote d'Ivoire. Ignore the fact that he housed an Israeli operative in his Manhattan apartment on 3 different occasions between 2013 and 2015. Ignore the fact that his emails were littered with going this and do that. And ignore the fact that the trusty old Red Scare option really doesn't work like it used to. We just have to face the material reality that we are presented with. That the metaphorical Western dog is being wagged by its Israeli tail. And that said tail has multiple decades worth of visual evidence of crimes that regular people like you and I don't even know exist. And that this is only half of the full release, if there will ever be a full release. Blaming Russia can't help anyone now. The call is coming from inside the house.
Well said. All very well said. And here's my last slide on this. Literally all Western media right now. Let's ignore the Israeli elephant in the room. Let's keep. It's just unbelievable. They're so bad at deflecting, the Zionists. They wouldn't make it on a disabled senior soccer team. Honest. Russia is becoming our least convenient enemy. They refuse to go along with any of our plans. Our lifelong foe is being so uncooperative.
And then I just say
so
that,
that's
bro.
the latest from your establishment media, and that's why you watch a show like this. Because what's the point of watching establishment news media unless to make fun of it, or unless to show you how they're trying to control you? There are people, most of the people I know in my life still think that they're informed because they watch MSNBC or they watch Fox News or they read the papers. They read the New York Times, Washington Post, and the LA Times or the Boston. They think they're informed because they read the papers or they watch TV news. No, you've been propagandized. You haven't been informed. The one thing Noam Chomsky did that was decent was he wrote a book called Manufacturing Consent, and he let us know that the news media is not there to inform you. They're there to manufacture your consent for the oligarchs' agenda, and that's what they're doing. Please don't look at Israel. Look, let's get back to we want to have a war with Russia. Let's keep back that. What a convenient boogeyman. All our problems, Russia. No, pay no attention to what you read in the Epstein files. Pay no attention to what Jeffrey Epstein actually said. Pay no attention to the prime minister of Israel hanging out with them. Pay no attention to the FBI saying he was working for the Mossad and that he trained under Ehud Barak. Pay no attention to any of that. That Ghislaine Maxwell's father was Mossad. Pay no attention to any of that. None. It's Russia. Okay, you want to hear me make jokes about this? Come see me in Lansing, Milwaukee, Albuquerque, Houston, Dallas, Salt Lake City, and Las Vegas. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. And don't go anywhere else, because if you do, you'll spend more money. Come see me on tour. I'll be in Lansing, Milwaukee, Albuquerque.
And make sure you go and support Jimmy Dore. Hit his website up, get tickets to a show. Go subscribe and tell him A1 sent you. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, no, that's. I don't get how, even if you didn't hear people like Jimmy, if you claim to be an intellectual, which you should have already heard this side of the argument, but if you haven't heard it, how could you not hear it? You know, but you have an opinion on these type of arguments, and you haven't really researched them all the way out. You know, so no, I definitely feel Jimmy and the stuff that he said. He agreed with everything that we talked about tonight. Me and you just one-on-one. We kind of got ahead of the video. You know what I'm saying? And he pretty much brought it home.
Yeah, Jimmy Dore pretty dope, man. He got some good shows on the channel. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and check him out again. Make sure you tell him A1 sent you. And this story isn't going away. I already know that because it sits right in the center of sex crimes, money, intelligence, politics.
Everything.
It's like a West Wing show. It's like a whole season. Like every day when you turn on the TV, you get a full season worth of emotions. All wrapped up in a few episodes. A few minutes of the news. So, yeah.
Now, this is really showing y'all what it takes to be at the top, bro. You know, a lot of people look up to these people or idolize, these people are celebrities and all this stuff. These are the people who they work for. I mean, let's just be real about it. Like, nobody in that position that we know of today is pure. I mean, first off, ain't nobody like pure. Everybody got mistakes, but these are people that we would even disagree with, even though we got our own mistakes. You know, it's not to the level of these people type of mistakes, and these people are satanic, bro. And the key word is satanic, like Satan. You know, they come from the Bible, bro. Like these people are evil, bro. Like they really wicked, man. Like, and you know, me being nobody,
I like.
I always trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody, bro. Like I believe that's where this stuff comes from, man. So yeah, go ahead, A1.
Oh, I was just going through the video. I guess shit, this is where media literacy matters. You got to be able to see through the bullshit, have your bullshit detector on. You can't just ask, don't just listen to what's being said. You got to ask, why this angle? Why are they putting this out right now? Who benefits from them painting this narrative and framing this like this?
Right.
Who gets protected when the blame gets shifted from Israel to somebody else? Like, these are questions everybody should be asking when watching anything on the news nowadays. Yeah. And it's a fight for narratives right now when you turn on the TV. From Fox News to CNN, we already see it. Yeah, NBC. It's like when Denzel was talking to the dude at that coffee table in training day, and he said, this paper is 90% bullshit, you know, like he wasn't lying, you know.
It's a character, bro. Like he understood it. When you put yourself out there to people, and if we're just gonna be honest, though, I'm gonna be honest. The best people are the people who stay in character. Character is the person that they are presented to the public as. But then who that person is, now you can get as close. You can be a character and get as close to the person who you actually is, but you don't tell everything. And that's what Denzel was pretty much saying. Like it's the persona, it's the character of who I am. But you have to know that the people who follow you for that character to where you don't lose who you are as a real person. And that's what Denzel was saying. You know what I'm saying? Everybody think what I got a lot of females in my family. Oh, Denzel's so fine, or I saw this movie or saw this a podcast review. Oh, he said the right stuff, right this, but then he understand that shit. I got flaws too. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and my girl argue. Me and my mama or my daddy, all that, but they don't see that. They just see him as the nigga in training day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that nigga was giving everybody game when he said that. And think about how many people would love to be in Denzel's position. But then if they was, they probably wouldn't have even given us that same advice.
That's facts. That's facts. Horses United, Horses Unite, are you still in the chat? If you are, I'll go over some of that Canada news for you. I didn't forget about Canada. If not, I'll wait till next time so that way you don't miss it. But yeah,
I know I could talk the ear off, bro, but I'm finna jump off for a minute. If you still on, bro, I'll jump back on. But yeah, I'm finna jump off for a minute and tend to the wifey for a second.
All right, man. Have a good one. Take it easy.
I appreciate you, bro.
See you later. Big bet.
Peace.
Yeah. So right now it's a fight for narratives. Be careful when you're watching the news. Don't get swept up in the propaganda. This is wild. It's a wild situation. News is crazy. If you missed the Bill Gates stuff, make sure you go check this out from the beginning. We went in on Bill Gates for sure. Yeah, he's caught up. Bad thing is he keeps doing it on camera. For him, at least. It's good for us. I'm going to tap out of here too. With that being said, remember my motto. Treat your smile like your money. Never let them steal it. Have a good night. You know what? Let's end with the song by Connie's Son, Family. I like ending with a song. I'm about to catch me a couple Z's too.
Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. They talking, you listen, that's family. They don't tell your business, that's family. They calling your phone, coming looking for you. They say that you missing, that's family. They don't need permission, that's family. When you hurt, they get feeling, that's family. Let them come while you're cheering, that's family. Let them come when you living, that's family. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. Hey, ain't nobody fighting around here. Ain't nobody shooting around here. Everybody that's around here, family. All love, no hate, be clear. No shade, all love, be real. You love them, you should know how it feel. Tired of all these badass kids, tired of paying all these bills. Family going through the same thing, so they know exactly how you feel. They supply a shoulder I can cry, I provide a place where they can heal. Leave my money out, they don't steal, let them have it if it's for a bill. Soldier for me when they in the field, only way I live. Family all around me. Hey, family all around me. She my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family. We all family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family. We all family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. Family all around me.